Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your all zodiac sign readings and your moon month energy update. I am so excited to be here and share the moon influences with you. It's such a passion for me. It's been a real life changer to look at the way the moon influences us on a daily basis and be able to kind of share that information, give you the heads up over that. So the energy time, the period of time we're looking at in this particular video is pretty much most of May and a little bit of the heads up into the flavour of June as the energy emerges and evolves. In a moment, I am going to dive straight into some cards and some runes that look at the overall flow of energy for this moon month. Then I'm going to give you a rundown, almost like of a, not exactly a daily influences, but I will be picking out some specific dates actually, but the moon phases throughout the next coming month. I'll be talking about the ebb and flow of the energy, how best to use it to your advantage if you want to manifest in alignment with the moon. And then I'm going to dive into the all zodiac sign readings. You can watch them for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. You can cross watch as well for friends, family, partners, potential partners. And if you have any number of planets in a particular sign, you might want to check out the reading for that too. As always, there are extended readings, bigger in-depth extended readings, and you can access those in the membership area of YouTube here or over on Patreon, which is also another membership site that works on donations. So let's just tune in for a moment with the overall energy of May, because April has been electric. Expect the unexpected. It's been, I think a lot of things have been, I won't say thrown up in the air, but I think a lot of stuff has come to light. Lots of things have been thrown up in the air. Unexpected things have happened. There's been twists and turns in the road. There's been all sorts of ideas as well coming to light, things surfacing, being shown to us so that we can evaluate and really, from a spiritual perspective, take the higher road. You know, begin to sort of really lean into higher-minded solutions, recognize that we're all interconnected. Everything we each do has a reference point to the bigger picture. So there's a ton of stuff that's been going on in April. May is really interesting because it's quite a happening kind of month energy-wise. I think it's a month where we can really sort of take everything that we've been shown in April and do something with it. You know, knowing what matters. If things have shown up in your world that started to peel back some layers through eclipse season, and things have been shown to you to really highlight what's important to you, or any areas of your world that are out of balance. In May, you get to do something with that information. You get to consolidate, to move forwards. It's got a very progressive, expansive overall flow of energy about it. We also have Pluto going into retrograde on the 2nd of May as well. And because there's such an overall flow of almost like productivity, I would venture to say, but you know, it could be in a very personal, spiritual way, not just in the outer world of stuff. It could be both. But because Pluto is going into retrograde, I feel that anything that is in the way of your progress may also be brought to light and shown to you so that you can really separate from anything that doesn't work for you and then establish what will work for you, and again take it forwards in real terms, take actual actions to make stuff happen. Manifesting is not just about sort of sitting there and putting your request into the universe. That's a starting point, that's sowing a seed, but you have to do other stuff as well. We have to take actions, we have to work with source, we have to work with spirit, we have to work with the universe. Things don't just come to us out of nowhere. We are an active participant, a co-creative active participant in the things that we manifest in our worlds. That includes the way that we think as well as our actions. But you know, interesting times that we are living in. We are, during April, in this amazing place where lots of ideas can be shown to us or brought to us. The way that we think can really be highlighting that there's a sort of a reference point or a relationship between the inner workings of our mind and our outer experiences. May says, right, what are we going to do with this? Let's get going. Let's manifest. We can make a better world personally and collectively. So pretty exciting. And June, just to give you a sneaky peek as we move into June, the energy is really about stepping up and walking our talk through the eyes of love, very much stepping into that spiritual pathway. And, you know, with a real sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like with certainty, knowing that spirit will respond. If you're living well, the universe will respond and give back to you. It's sort of that real essence of almost like fast manifestation, where what you put out energetically is what you're going to get back. So it's very much about walking your talk and living through the eyes of love, you know, living with care, living with reverence, living with respect, living with courtesy, being the change you wish to see in the world, to sort of coin a phrase. So exciting times for those of us, myself included, that love manifesting and love manifesting with the moon. A productive, potentially, month ahead for us as well. Keep it in balance as well if you're a bit of a workaholic. This is not just about work, work, work. This is keeping life in balance. Manifesting is always about all of your life, not just one area only. So let's dive straight down. Let me shift the camera down and let's look at some general cards and runes that are covering the energy of this moon month. And then I will move into the sort of the details of the incoming lunar flow. You might want a pen and paper handy, or if you're using the Manifest with the Moon diary or journal, you'll have that information there anyway. You might want to make some notes. We've got a massive void of course as well. There's some void of course periods that I'll talk about. We have a 31-hour void of course period, which is just unprecedented. If you're new to following the moon cycles, a void of course period is when the moon is moving from one zodiac sign into the next as she circles our beautiful planet. She's our satellite. From our perspective, we see her move between the zodiac signs, and when she is in a particular zodiac sign, her energy, if you like, her influence is affected or shaped by the personality of that sign, the traits of that sign. When there's a void of course period, it's like there's a space in between the signs. She's moving from one sign to the next. 31 hours is a very long time. Usually they're just a couple of hours. Every now and then you get a longer one. And I'll list those when I talk you through the energy for the entire moon month. But 31 hours is absolutely epic. It's huge. If your world is going amazingly well, you might find that there is space unencumbered to kind of springboard things forwards. But if you are trying to slow things down, get still, and you're feeling a little bit confused, or there's stuff going on in your world that you're actually finding challenging, a void of course moon can also leave you feeling a little bit out at sea, a bit unanchored. So it's really worth knowing when these periods are happening. Because then, they're not lasting forever. 31 hours is quite a long one, but, it's still, a day and a bit. It's not going to last forever. And so I think rather than having a wobble, just knowing, oh, this is what's going on, ground yourself, anchor yourself, get still, and just let the energy pass and sit with it and see what it shows you. There always are ways of working with the incoming energy. The more aware we are of it, the more we can become a really active participant in navigating our lives, in alignment with really what are the natural rhythms and cycles of our beautiful universe and our place in the universe. So beautiful souls, let's shift the camera down and look at the cards and runes for the month. So beautiful souls. These are the cards for May and then into June. Now in May we have be your brilliant self, be great today, be brilliant. This card asks you to get in touch with the extraordinariness of everyday living. Go about your daily life doing everything to the very best of your ability. Be extraordinary in an ordinary way. Your brilliance will radiate into the world, creating more change than you could possibly imagine. I feel for me alongside Degas, the rune of breakthrough. This is an opportunity to really manifest through the very essence of you, being the best version of you, whether you're hanging the washing on the line or you're, I don't know, doing something really epic and major. Just giving it your best shot, attending to the details, consolidating everything that's been shown to you that may have arrived in your world during eclipse season and during April. Really taking charge, recognizing that you are a manifesting machine. We have the card of leadership also for May. We all lead by example, our words and actions presenting a role model to everyone that we come into contact with. This card asks you to take an ownership of your personal leadership qualities and to align your thoughts, words and actions with everything that you wish to see in the world. Now, this is sitting here with the rune of nourishment, possessions, Fehu. And this rune speaks of ambitions satisfied, unexpected rewards, surprises, gains, which means that literally through the kind of doorways that have been opening, new levels of awareness, the stuff that's been coming to us during April, we can begin to literally take charge of what we're going to do with this and potentially expect to see some quite fast results. Now, bear in mind, we still have the Pluto retrograde energy, which will show things up for us that we may need to shift or change in order to be really in our optimum energetic zone of manifestation. As we sort of move into the energy of June, just the beginning of June here, we have the card of compromise and the card of walk your talk. Now, I said a moment ago, June is a really interesting energy because it's almost as though it really is asking us literally to walk our talk, to be the change you want to see in the world. It's a lovely flow of energy from May into June. With the card of compromise, we hear, are you in a situation where you need to make a compromise? Or are you compromising too much? This card asks you to review your position and be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. The rune of defense often speaks about boundaries. So I sort of feel you're being asked to be non-defensive and yet simultaneously proactive in really evaluating whether the connections in your life are working, how they're working, and walk your talk. We have Othilla, the rune of separation. Inheritance, gain. This means letting go of stuff. So whatever Pluto in retrograde shows up for us, things that are in the way of us being able to manifest to our absolute best, to be that kind of manifesting machine, but in a really good way. A human machine, a soul in having a human experience, manifesting through thought, through love, through creation, through being. It's like being the very essence of everything that you wish to see, but also being very conscious and actively creative in terms of your thoughts, your actions, your words, your deeds. Walk your talk says, become what you believe. Are your thoughts, words and actions in alignment with your core inner values? This card asks you to walk your talk, become your own personal hero or heroine and step into the very best version of yourself, radiating authenticity into the world. And I would say with Othilla, letting go of anything within you, or indeed without you, external stuff too, that basically hinders your ability to literally be that very best version of you. I think in May we get a chance to sort of consolidate our learning, the learning from April, try things on for size, be actually really very proactive, whilst also checking in and reflecting on anything that shows up that may not be working. And I sort of feel we can then shed, release, change, transform as we move into June. Obviously there'll be more coming in June when we get there. I will be doing another energy update, a moon energy update. And I'll of course be doing the all zodiac sign readings then. But I think you can see how the flow of energy works so beautifully. It really is very much in our favour if we are wanting to be actively co-creating with the universe, particularly from a spiritual perspective as we move forwards into really what is the dawning of a new age. I mean, we are in that transition. I think it's why so many of us have come here at a level of soul. It's why we're here now, to actually do deep levels of work that are needed to really, really manifest a better world for ourselves individually, also for the collective. So really exciting times. Beautiful souls. Let's move into the moon month energy update. I'll go through each of the moon phases, the different phases of the moon, starting with the new moon, talk about the energy and the incoming kind of influences. You might want to take some notes if you're new to me or new to my channel, or indeed you can come back in the timestamps, as well as all the timestamps for each of the zodiac readings and the cards and so on. I've put timestamps for the moon phases as well. And I've also put dates next to them. So if you find at any time in the month you're having a bit of a wobble, or indeed something amazing is happening and your feet aren't touching the ground, or you're just wondering what's going on, you can scroll down, find the right date and check in with the energy and see what's going on. So beautiful souls, let's move into the moon energy update and look firstly at the new moon, and then we'll continue through the entire moon month. So this moon month begins on May the 7th or 8th, depending on where you are in the world, with the new moon in Taurus. I'm just going to bring up the timings for you. Now, the reason I show you the timings is because if you are manifesting with the moon and you're setting wishes and intentions according to the moon cycles, the best time to set your wishes and intentions on a new moon is from the exact time that the new moon takes place. This is when the sun and the moon come together, and for the following 8 hours. That's the most potent timing. So you should be able to work out where you are from these sort of cities across our globe. Now, the dynamics of this new moon in Taurus are stunningly harmonious. It really does feel like a breath of fresh air. And yet, the overall energetics still have an intensity that ultimately it's going to benefit really clear, focused, targeted intent, followed by actions. So if you want to live the dream, then get focused and then make it happen. Manifestation involves action as well as imagination, dreams and desires. So use this energy of freedom in today's flow of energy to create wishes and intentions that will hold your focus and keep you on track. And then be prepared to set forth and actually take the actions needed to make this real. It's rather like setting your destination and then without any hesitation setting forth and proceeding. This is just not a time when procrastination will serve you. But if you do suffer from procrastination, then set wishes and intentions to ask for this or for any type of internal block to be easily removed, clearing the pathway ahead for you to move forwards effortlessly. The moon then enters her waxing crescent moon phase, which runs from May the 9th through to the 14th. The moon will pass through Gemini, Cancer and Leo. And there is a ton of forward momentum throughout this moon phase. However, it's not without its peaks and troughs. I think the key to using what might be a little bit of an erratic kind of flow of energy is to be super conscious of what you wish to achieve and super aware of the overall flow. So on the 9th and the 10th, the lunar flow gets off to a really flying start. It's like supercharged acceleration. However, on the 11th, the energy just seems to fluctuate throughout the day with some significant peaks and troughs. So be very conscious of this. If you remain grounded, steady and consistent, the lunar influence then on the 12th has a very distinctly kind of karmic feel to it. So it may actually bring you some significant insights that lead to clarity, and then this will help you to stay on track and really utilize the overall energetic of expansion. The moon then reaches her first quarter position on May the 15th in Leo. Now this quarter moon is dynamic. Whatever is happening in the unique circumstances of your personal world, the energy is actually urging for expansion. Now, given that the first quarter moon naturally invites evaluation and review, I think the energy could feel a little bit at odds with the overall dynamics of the day, almost as if any form of quiet reflection might feel like you're going against the tide. So take it steady, and whenever possible, give yourself what I would call pause for breath breaks throughout the day. That way you can utilize all elements of this energy on this particular day. We also then have a 5-hour void of course period when the moon moves from Leo into Virgo. So this is sort of coming at the end of this quarter moon energy. The moon then enters her waxing gibbous moon phase, and this is from May the 16th to the 22nd. She's going to pass through Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. Now, following what was really quite an intense quarter moon, the overall energy flow during this period is promoting very hard work and very dedicated focus, with the potential to support you to go over and above your usual levels of achievement. So really, really productive. However, be very thoughtful about this and be sure to keep your life-work balance in check, because by the time we reach the 20th through to the 22nd, we do then see some significant spikes of intensity, and although they're going to pass relatively quickly, if you've been overdoing it or burning the candle at both ends, then in terms of your personal energy, this could be the time when life just catches up with you and you really feel the energy pinch. We also have a massive, massive, massive void of course period between the 19th and the 20th. This is when the moon moves from Libra into Scorpio. This is 31 hours long. So this is absolutely huge. So I would personally really make a note of this and be very conscious if you have been really, really working hard, because this could be the time when you either feel like your world is still accelerating and could feel a bit almost like it's accelerating too fast, or indeed it could be feeling like you're going to burn out a bit. So just be very conscious of the energy around the 19th and the 20th. The moon then reaches her fullest. This is on May the 23rd or the 24th, depending on where you are on our beautiful globe. Let me bring up the timings for you. And this full moon is in Sagittarius. Now, this is without any doubt one of the most positive full moons that I've ever seen. It's gorgeous. Now, a full moon will always illuminate what we need to see. And today, in terms of the potential for signs, signals and synchronicities that bring renewed hope and optimism, this beautiful moon in Sagittarius is promising us exactly this. And although the planetary alignments are quite intense, they are absolutely loaded with possibility, holding seeds that invite you to live up to your fullest potential, followed through with an overall flow of energy that can carry these seeds, these possibilities forwards and make them real. To be honest, the overall flavour of this day is so delicious and so expansive that I personally, for one, will be buying a lottery ticket today. The moon then moves into her disseminating or waning gibbous moon phase. This is when she's moving from the full moon and starting to get smaller towards the last quarter period. Now this runs from May the 24th to the 29th, and our beautiful moon will pass through Sagittarius, Capricorn and Aquarius. This moon phase actually continues the flow of positivity, and the overall dynamics are suggesting that with a very good amount of self-control and focus, this could genuinely prove to be a mega productive period. Between the 24th and the 25th, the energy intensifies, and it does bring in a kind of element of potential confusion. So if you've got any important decisions to make, and you're not entirely clear, just ease off, because this will soon pass, and then by the time we reach the 27th and 28th, the lunar influence is going to emphasize what really matters to you, your real desires, followed through with an energetic that backs you 100% to make any changes you need to create openings and new opportunities. So if anything in your world is not progressing and you're getting to feel a little bit tetchy or a bit impatient about this, just trust that the last quarter moon will reveal what you need to re-establish purpose and clear direction. So sit tight. Now, we also have a 10-hour void of course period when the moon is moving literally into her last quarter phase. This is between the 29th and the 30th. So again, just be conscious of this depending on what's happening in the sort of uniqueness of your own world. The moon then reaches her last quarter position on May the 30th in Pisces. Now, the energy of this last quarter moon is primed for renewal and expansion, and it really does have a gorgeous overall flow to it. A last quarter moon naturally invites you to both review and also to kind of step up and walk your talk to make sure that everything in your world is in alignment with what you really wish to see and who you really wish to be. Now, the dynamics today will really support you to be the very best version of you and bring you the confidence to see this through. So regardless of your unique personal circumstances, this is definitely a day to pause, reflect, observe, and then step up rather than down. The moon then moves into the final phase of this moon month. This is the balsamic moon or the waning crescent moon, and this runs from May the 31st through to June the 5th, and our beautiful moon will pass through Pisces, Aries, Taurus and into Gemini. Now, given that the lunar flow is actually now diminishing and slowing down, this moon phase is remarkably dynamic. The first few days highlight a strong sense of personal accountability, really encouraging you to see and to notice exactly what is your responsibility and what is not in any situation, and to really firm up your boundaries. On the 2nd of June, the dynamics have a distinctly karmic feel, and they suggest an opening up of opportunities to resolve any areas of imbalance within your personal circumstances. And this is followed by a very distinct flow of energy that also gives you the courage and the ambition actually to take action. We also see a further energetic that suggests communications and conversations that can arrive to make this possible. So this to me looks to be a very, very interesting moon phase. We also sort of in the middle have an 8-hour void of course period. This is between the 2nd and the 3rd of June when the moon moves between Aries and into Taurus. And then we begin a whole other new moon month with the new moon on June the 6th and 7th in Gemini. And we will talk about that when we get there. So beautiful souls, I think it's time to move into your all zodiac sign readings, starting with Aries. See you in just a moment. Aries, welcome to your reading. Wow, you have 2 cards flying out. This was going to be your significator cards. You have 2. Illuminate the shadow. Focus on a solution. This is card number 21. So Aries, we are looking at the month of May and a little bit of June as well with this moon month. So illuminate the shadows, focus on a solution, Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. Now Aries, these cards are not really surprising me in a way. There are so many planets in your sign at the moment, so the energy is very intense for you in terms of being able to kind of to transform, to get centered, to manifest actually. Let's draw some runes for you as well. Maybe please ask what is happening for my lovely Aries for this moon month. So you have Isa, stand still. You have breakthrough. Degas, you have Manas, the rune of the self. You have the rune of harvest. And you have Perth, the rune of initiation. Okay. I feel that anything that has been at a standstill in your world, I almost want to say, can finally shift and move forwards. There's a process to go through, I feel. Let's draw more cards. Let's dive straight into your tarot cards, Aries, for this moon month. May we ask for detailed information for Aries? We have the Emperor. This is about you taking your own, it's like owning your own sovereignty, taking charge of your world, making choices, yeah, literally taking charge, not hanging around, not waiting for anybody else to make decisions for you, Aries. I think it's quite self-focused here. 9 of Pentacles, absolutely. With a sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like, Aries, you can actually move things forwards. Agency, having your own agency, and move things forwards with confidence. I'm seeing your confidence rising, actually, my lovely Aries. You have the 3 of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Swords. There, let's draw a couple more. Let's put your tarot cards over here. I'm seeing this one, 2 of Pentacles, sitting under the 9, and I'm also seeing the 8 of Swords. Okay, I actually think in terms of your overall moon month, my lovely Aries, I think there are some things that you are going to let go of and and kind of walk away from. I think there are some things that you will actually invest in significantly, knowing that they will build, you know, and we're looking at the longer term future here with the rune Jira of harvest. I don't think you're just focused on the immediate or the here and now. And I'm seeing you rise, literally igniting, being fired up. I'm seeing you both seeing the things that don't work and making choices, and I'm seeing you really also focusing and harnessing the energy around the things that do work for you. So quite a decisive kind of month for you in a way, Aries. Lots of investment in things that you want to take forwards with a longer term view, but also a definite kind of take it or leave it kind of attitude with certain things. Choosing to walk away if it's not resonating with you. I'm seeing you really feeling very empowered in this particular way. What are your numbers, Aries? What numbers are we shown for my lovely Aries? 444, protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, the right circumstances, and the right resources to make things happen. I mean, I do think this is a very happening month, and Aries, I think it is an especially happening month for you, actually. Let me move your runes up so that we can get them here with your card here as well. Okay, let's draw some chakra cards and see what else we are shown here for my lovely Aries. Self-worth, beautiful. And I'm seeing this too, and acceptance. Okay, this is quite a significant shift for you, my lovely Aries. I think for any of you that have, I don't know, struggled with your own self-value or your own self-belief or your own, particularly confidence is coming through here. If you've struggled with any aspect of your personal confidence, whether you have struggled to have a voice, you haven't felt that you could really, I don't know, make choices, or you'd have to sort of accept less than you were worth. I kind of feel that's changing. I'm seeing you being really, really decisive about things, actually. Not being afraid to look into the shadows and acknowledge if something isn't working, that it's actually not for you, and really, really choosing to make very, what I perceive as very wise choices and decisions. It's like really deciding what works for you, what doesn't, and just being quite cut and dried about it. Sort of almost want to say take no prisoners, but in a good way. It's like your energy, you're just not prepared to sit with things. And there's this sort of process, I feel, of sifting through your world while you're sort of reorientating, sifting through the different elements of your world. Lovely Aries, I do think this is a really good month for you. Really, really good month. You're not afraid to be you anymore. You can really, it's back to that stepping up and following through with things. I feel like you're riding the wave of the energy, if I'm honest. Let's draw a few more cards and ask if there's anything else to be shown. But the flavour of the energy for you, Aries, is really, really clear. May we ask for any further information for my lovely Aries? Yeah, look at this. We have the Two of Wands. You're looking ahead. This is sitting on the Emperor, taking charge of where you want to go. We have the Empress sitting on the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, wow. This is all about abundance, fertility, bringing forth the things that you really, really want for your future. I think you have a real ability actually as well at the moment, my lovely Aries, to look ahead. You know, to be present to the energy now, but also to actually look ahead, to really see and envisage where you want to be and where you want to go with something. We have the Seven of Pentacles sitting on the Three. Again, I think you can really choose where you place your energy. Ace of Swords being very decisive. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And I think, yeah, literally agency, taking charge of choices and decisions, knowing where you want to go. What else are we shown here? Any other? Feels like confirmations. We have the Nine of Cups sitting on the Two of Pentacles. I think the choices you make during this moon month, Aries, are very significant, and I think you are going to feel extremely pleased with yourself when you have made them, if I'm honest. I think this is really genuinely a good month for you in terms of looking ahead. And your last card, you have the Nine of Pentacles again. Yeah, I truly think even those things that you leave behind, that you let go of, you're going to feel really good about it. It's like you're cleansing your energy, and literally, and you are aligning, all the planets are lining up in your sign, or so many of them are. I mean, Aries is loaded with planets at the moment, and you are just, it's like you are just aligned with that energy, and you can utilize it to the fullest. Those sort of breakthrough moments, being an observer, noticing what's not working, being reflective, looking ahead. What do I want? What do you want, Aries? Aries, very much that I am kind of energy, and all of these planets are fueling it. It's like the universe is orchestrating and aligning to really support you in this process here with Perth. It's almost like an initiation into a space of embracing your own empowerment, your own confidence to create and to look ahead and create the future that you want. This is an amazing moon month for you, my beautiful Aries. Aries, this is your reading, I think. The other thing I would just add with self-worth and acceptance is this really is about you being you in a very, very individual way. You're no longer complying to anything that might be holding you back, or that other people, you're not compliant to anybody else's expectations. You're really rising above. I mean, this is fab. It really is. Aries, this is your reading. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to move on into the extendeds, where I will inquire about further information for you, see what else I can find out for you, see if there's any further information about how you are making these decisions and choices, what's showing up that might influence these sort of breakthrough moments. But yeah, I will see you in the extendeds. If you would like to join me, you are very welcome. They are available in 2 locations. You can connect with them here on YouTube in the membership area, or you can go over to Patreon, which is also a members area. Patreon works on donations, and the YouTube membership area has like a fixed rate. But all of my extended readings are there at any time that you want to check in on them. So beautiful Aries, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the moon, for joining the moon month energy update and all of these readings, and tons of love to you. I think this is a really exciting moon month for you. I really do. Pretty amazing, beautiful Aries. Tons of love, and I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really soon. Hello Taurus, welcome to your readings and happy birthday, beautiful souls. Welcome to your moon month readings. So we are going to draw you 2 significator cards. Actually, I'm seeing this one for you. Okay. Astral travel we have, and lead the way, light your own path. And let's draw some runes. 3. You have Gibbous. This is the rune of partnership, of a gift. You have Suelo. This is the rune of wholeness. And you also have Anzus, which is the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities. That is very interesting, my beautiful souls. Let's draw some tarot cards straight away and see what we are shown for you, my lovely Taurus. What is happening for Taurus in the coming month? We have the Tower. Oh my goodness me, big cards, Taurus. These are huge. No wonder we've got astral travel, caution needed, lead the way, light your own path. We've got the Tower and the Judgment. Wow. We have 7 of Cups. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the Emperor sitting under the Judgment card. And then we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. Right, for some of you, children could be involved in this. This could be some element of children. Either you could be the child of someone. Maybe there's a parent, a father, for some of you particularly, that has some relevance to you. Something comes to a head here, or a father figure or an authority figure. Something is changing for you in your world, Taurus. So, and you're going to need to light the way. Signs, signals will be shown to you. There's sort of only one way that you can approach this, interestingly enough. Something comes to a head, you have to attend to it. There could be a legal matter that you have to attend to. And you're going to need to sort of step up and take action. I sort of feel you can learn from the past as well here with the 6 of Cups. Yeah, there could be someone coming back in from your past, or something reminds you of history or of the way something was done. The Tower is a big card, so I do feel that something is shaken up in your world. Something quite big takes place. It's possibly happening around you already, a life-changing event. And yeah, there's a connection. It reminds you of history in some way, shape or form. You can take this steadily. You know, you're going to be taking the lead in something. And yeah, I do see you taking the lead actually in no uncertain terms. There is some advice coming through here in terms of thinking about how to navigate whatever it is that takes place. Think about how to navigate this. I think there's basically something that you're going to need to achieve or get to. There's like an end goal to get to. And it's quite a big thing. That's what I want to say. So it's quite a big thing. Could involve some legal matters, some authority figures. Could make you feel quite childlike. It could involve children. It could mean that you look back, it reminds you of a past situation, something when you were a child. But there will be decisions and choices to be made as to how you navigate this. There's ultimately only one way to go. So in some ways it's quite straightforward, because what needs to happen needs to happen. It's not so much what needs to happen, it's how. It's kind of like there could be more than one approach. Let's draw some more cards for my Tauruses. Let's get a number card for you. Okay, so we have 1818, willpower. Achievements, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, luck. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavours and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. That's the gifts. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You are destined for greatness. So yeah, this is such a confirmation, isn't it, really, of everything we've just been saying. I think something big, significant is happening in your world. It's big, it's significant, it's important. And it's going to work out for the best, that's for sure. I think you will be gifted with signs, signals, synchronicities, the right people, the right timing, the right resources. I just think what you need is coming when you need it. And that is fabulous. Let's draw some chakra cards for you as well. We have rejection. And we have perception. Okay. Right. Okay, if on the way to something that's big, there is something that gets turned down or refused, or somebody's just difficult to navigate, or something is difficult to navigate, my beautiful Tauruses, don't worry about it or sort of become childlike or look back and think, oh, things didn't once work out, therefore this will happen again. Don't travel down that road. We're really being asked to ask you not to. It's a sign. If something is hindered, refused, it doesn't run smoothly, I don't actually think it's even a rejection. I think it's that there's something else that needs to be understood along the way. The perception card speaks about almost travelling through a sort of a little dark passage, you know, walking through a doorway which you expect to be really exciting and amazing, and you find yourself in a dark corridor and you don't really know where it's going, but you keep going, you push through. Achievements, willpower, push through, and then as you push through, another door appears in front of you, you open it and you get to the end goal, and it's just a miracle. It's bigger, better, more amazing than you could possibly have imagined, but you've got to persevere. So my beautiful Tauruses, you definitely are going to need to keep going with something. Be resilient, keep going, push forward. Recognize that the signs, the synchronicities will be shown to you. There is an outcome and there's a very clear way to go. But you kind of don't travel down that road of, gosh, what if it doesn't work out? That sort of almost childlike part of ourselves, that if something isn't running smoothly, we can often retreat into the child part of ourselves and think, well, that's not really, why isn't it running smoothly? And does it mean I'm not supposed to do it? Or I think you are meant to do it. I think it's just that there are some things along the way that need to be sort of ironed out, really, in order to get an even better outcome. Let's draw some more cards for my lovely Tauruses. Your first card sitting on the Tower, you have the King of Cups. Yeah, hold that perception, my beautiful souls, of the outcome you want, and kind of try not to be too emotionally phased by the fact that this may not run entirely smoothly, but you're still going to get to where you need to get to. You've got to have some willpower and determination. We then have the Moon sitting on the Judgment card, and we have the Ace of Cups sitting on the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so even if you feel a bit plummeted into darkness or a bit anxious about what's going on, you feel like you're not entirely sure what's going on, why isn't it moving forwards, if there's any legal matters, you're in that period of waiting where you wonder what's going on and you can't always get the information you need, it's going to work out. It's completely going to work out. So really don't be concerned about it. But you're going to have to persevere. Everything here is saying persevere. Don't hold the perception of rejection. Hold the perception of possibility. And look at this. Ace of Cups, something gifted to you to help you to make the choices that you need. This is a gift. Gibbous, the rune of partnership, but also it is of a gift. And honestly, there is really only one way to go here. So the outcome is pretty assured. Just because the journey doesn't run smoothly, it doesn't mean the outcome isn't right, and you will be guided with the rune of signals, signs. You can't not be with that rune. Look at this, we have the Seven of Cups again, 2 Seven of Cups. There's going to be choices as to how you navigate this. You're going to need to make choices and decisions along the way, Taurus. That's what's going to happen. The world will come to you. Wonderful. We have the Emperor with the world sitting on the Emperor. You know, you will find that you acquire the skill, the agency to bring this to its completion, to get to the end goal here. And lastly, on the Six of Cups, we have the Empress. Fabulous. I mean, we've got the Emperor and the Empress. This will come to fruition. So whatever this is for you, it's something that you are needing to persevere with, my lovely Tauruses. You're going to get to the end goal with that perseverance. But it won't necessarily, I just need to say it as I see it. I don't know that it will necessarily run smoothly, but in many ways, because it isn't running smoothly, it actually opens up your choices, and it means that you get a much better outcome because of it. Beautiful Tauruses, this is your reading for this month. Yeah, do let us know what's happening in the comments. It's really awesome to hear about your worlds and what's going on. And I'm going to move through into the extended readings, where we'll ask for more information about what's going on, perhaps about why this isn't running smoothly, if there's anything you actually need to know about that, what to expect along the way, any guidance for you, and also timescales. Is this fruition coming within this moon month? It looks like it is. So those are the sort of questions I think I'm going to be asking for you, my beautiful Tauruses. And certainly in Aries' reading, we actually kind of looked at career, and then we looked at home, family, and then we looked at love, relationships. So I'll perhaps do the same with you, as Aries readings sort of extended readings sort of set the pace a little bit in that way. But we'll go with it. We'll see what we are shown. Lovely Aries, lovely Tauruses. Thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. It is such a blessing to be with you. If you'd like to get notification of any of my readings as soon as I upload them, then if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And thank you for being here. You're very welcome to join me for the extendeds if you wish, and you can access them in 2 ways, either on Patreon, which is a membership site that works on donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish, or indeed on YouTube here, there is a membership area that you can join. So beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Happy birthday. I think the outcome here is looking stunning for you, but you will need to persevere, beautiful souls. Tons of love, Taurus. Beautiful Geminis, welcome, beautiful souls, to your monthly readings. Let's have a look and see what we are shown for you, what's happening for you. Cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. Okay, we have, there is your card. Shield your energy, look beneath the surface. Okay, lovely Geminis, what is this about? Lots of runes coming out for you. Okay, so we have the rune of separation. This is Othilla. It's also the rune of inheritance. We then have the rune of gateway. We then have the rune of manners, the self, and Awaz movement. Okay. Gateway is asking you to pause and look at something. So there's something going on around you that you're not, I think you're not entirely happy with, my lovely Geminis. Okay, so we're asking about your moon month, the lay of the land for you. Yeah, I feel there's something you're not entirely at ease with, not entirely comfortable with, and you're being advised to get still and have a look at what's sort of almost like what's actually going on. Okay. May we have information and guidance for this month for Gemini. So we have 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this can be moved forwards. Now, I don't think this situation is new to you. There's something that is taking place. I sort of actually feel, if I'm truly honest, that I think it's pressed your buttons. Okay, something is activated with the Six of Cups. It's like it's taken you back to childhood, or there's something, and maybe there is, this could be in a work setting or a family setting actually. I'm kind of feeling, if it's a work setting, it's reminded you of a family setting with the Pentacles. Now this can be taken forwards. There's something that's feeling as though I think you would like some sort of resolution to it. Okay. The Magician. Yeah, you can do something with this, beautiful Geminis. You can do something with it. You're really being encouraged to kind of do, not exactly a deep dive, but yeah, Wheel of Fortune. So we have the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune. I think basically there's a solution for you. And then the Knight of Cups. I love that we have both the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups for you. So I feel there's a situation around you that you can move forwards. You can find a resolution for it. It's pressed your buttons. It's reminded you of your childhood. And in a way, I think there's a need to sort of look inwardly at what you might need to sort of almost like separate. This is the rune of separation. So separating what is present from what is past. That's what I'm seeing here, so that you can then move forwards with a clarity. You can take action. You can decide what you're going to do and how you're going to proceed in a way that you're not governed by kind of like looking through the lens of the past. It feels quite a strong energy here, quite emotional energy. You have the ability to sort of turn the tables here, actually, and to move this forwards, okay, both in real terms and emotionally. You can move this forwards. This is what your reading is saying, but you'll need to press the pause button with Thurisaz, with Gateway, and really take a long look at kind of what is taking place within you. That's what I'm really seeing, this sort of separating past from present. Let's draw a number card and see what we're showing for you. We have 444, protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, the right circumstances and the right resources to make things happen. This can move forwards. Whatever's pressed your buttons, whatever's almost like holding you back, you're actually being asked to separate from the internal sort of stuff that has been activated and really, really move this forwards. It kind of, there's a time now when you can actually invest in change. So something may be stopping you from moving forwards. Let's get a little bit more information, please. May we have more information for my lovely Geminis? I am seeing this and this. So we have insecurity. Yep, okay. And then we have facade. This is very interesting here. So my lovely Geminis, insecurity, it feels a bit like, I think, you know, when you have an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. And I think the devil has got the upper hand at the moment in terms of those sort of voices in your head that are guiding you. And this is because this circumstance has pressed your buttons. It's taken you into your past, into your history. Now the card of facade. This actually speaks of somebody who took on a lot of responsibility. They felt like they were given, even as a young person, they were given a lot of responsibility, and they lost touch with their inner child. There was always responsibility for them, and they carried it through into their adult life, always taking responsibility for others, always feeling like they were obliged to. They could never relax and just play. And I sort of feel there's something of that energy around you. You've lost touch, perhaps a long time ago in your childhood, with what it meant to just be a child who could relax. And I think there's something of that essence that's around you at the moment, where it's in the way, basically, that it's in the way of you moving forwards creatively, feeling like you can launch yourself into the unknown and just be curious and just discover. Just have a go at it and it'll be fine. It's almost as though something went wrong early on in your childhood and you were left feeling like it's not okay to take that to launch yourself into something, to take a risk, to play. You have to always be aware of everything or take full responsibility for everything. Something went astray. I almost feel like you had to grow up early, or you felt like you had to grow up early. And this card is asking you to get back in touch with your inner child, to sort of release the insecurities from your inner child. And we have the rune of movement, Awaz. This is the bettering of any situation. So what you are actually seeking or desiring or wanting can actually move forwards. The tables can turn. But you will need to be doing something of this inner work, acknowledging sort of what lens you're looking through and where the buttons have been pressed. This is what I'm seeing. And it matters to you, actually, this situation. I really hear that. It really, really matters. It's something you want to take forwards with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's something you genuinely want to take forwards and invest in. You know you really want it, but something is in the way here. But the in the way isn't current, actually. This is what's being shown. It might feel like it's current, but I think it's actually insecurities from history. Let's draw some more cards to ask how this month is panning out for additional guidance for you. So we have the Sun. Bring light on this. The moment you acknowledge what this is about, my lovely Geminis, all resistance within you will fade. It's one of those scenarios when the moment you bring something to light, it no longer has any power over you. At the moment it's governing you. Yeah, we have the Two of Cups. So the moment you bring this to light, you can move it forwards. Indeed, there can be a reconciliation. Voice your concerns. Speak openly. You've got the Knight of Cups showing up twice. How amazing. You literally can voice your concerns. The moment you bring it to light, you speak about it, you share it. A problem aired is a problem shared is a problem aired, or whatever the saying goes. Things will move forwards really favourably the moment you acknowledge and voice your concerns. You know, people are generally very understanding. We have the Star. There's a real opportunity for you to shift this quite easily for yourself. And look at this, the Nine of Cups. How beautiful. You've got Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Cups, but Nine of Cups sitting on the Wheel of Fortune. You are going to feel great the moment you've acknowledged this and stepped away from the territory of concern, anxiety and fear. And the Wheel of Fortune again. Wow. I love that your cards are just showing up so synchronistically. My lovely, lovely Geminis, this can really turn around big time for you. And the moon month of May and coming into June is really, really supporting you actually in doing this. Beautiful souls, this is your reading. I'm going to move into the extended now, and I will look more at perhaps what's going on in a bit more depth. I'll see if there's anything else you can do about this. And I'll also be looking ahead, I think, really to see what this is about. What's this thing you really want? And kind of look in more detail at it. And we'll also perhaps look at how the energy is affecting both your sort of your work, career element, your love life, because that could be happening here as well. This could be an insecurity in your love life, could be your working world, and also your home and family. We'll sort of draw cards for each of those areas. Beautiful souls, you're welcome to join me in the extendeds if you wish. They are available both here on YouTube in the membership area. All my extended readings and extra conversations go in there. And although it's a relatively new membership area, that's where I'm putting them for you here on YouTube. And you can also tune in with Patreon. Patreon works on the basis of donations. It's a membership site, but all the kind of stuff that I do is over there as well. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love to you. Lovely Cancers, welcome to your readings. So we have energy signature. The past is in the present. Okay, and your second card. Oh, soul fragments. Balance will be restored. Okay. So something is going to come sort of, I'm going to say come right or be put right. Actually, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, your runes, and lots of them. We have Gibbous. This is the rune of partnership, or sometimes a gift. We have the rune of protection, Algiz. We have the rune of fertility and the rune of the self. And then lastly, we have the rune of harvest. Beautiful. Okay. Something is both sort of completing itself or completing a stage of the journey, actually, and then emerging towards, moving forwards towards a new potential, a new chapter, a new harvest. Something that needs to be addressed, actually, is going to be addressed so that something can move forwards. It's almost as if it would be a bit like a river. This is what I'm seeing, the energy-wise, my lovely Cancers. If you've got a river and it's you know, like a babbling brook, and it's going down a mountainside, and suddenly it hits a wall of rock. And so it stops, but the energy is still building. And then somebody moves a rock, moves one of those rocks, or creates an opening, and the water can suddenly rush through and start to get going again. And it feels a bit like that. Something gets sorted or completed so that things can move forward. Something needs to be moved in your world that has, yeah, it's not that it's kind of effectively stopped. The water never stopped flowing. It wasn't that it came to a standstill. It was just that there was a something that needed to be cleared, and it gets cleared. Something is restored. Flow returns. Let's draw more cards for you and see what we are shown. May we have cards for my lovely Cancer. What is happening this month for my lovely Cancer? We have the White Numen. This is a card that's unique to this pack. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, wow. This is really, really interesting. What do we have? Actually, I'm going to shuffle those back in. Doesn't feel quite right. Okay, we have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Wow, there is the energy around you of somebody who's really, really quite competitive. Okay. What I saw was, I felt like somebody had held you to ransom almost with the Seven of Swords. I felt that somebody who was a little bit cutthroat had, yeah, caused part of the blockage. There's been a block in the flow of energy around you, like somebody being a bit of a sabotager, you know, or in business, it's the kind of person that we call an internal terrorist, where they present very well, but what you see isn't necessarily what you get. And I think they have been genuinely hindering progress. They're quite competitive. There's an edge of competitiveness around them. King of Swords. But this is going to get addressed, actually, which is really rather good. Balance is restored and things are moved forwards. It's almost that internal terrorist energy where something is hindered. Progress is hindered. But I think it feels like a blip, actually, rather than something major. It may have appeared as something major, or it may have felt major, but I think it is genuinely like a blip on the horizon rather than the real biggie. You know, this kind of almost reminds me of what I would call the current climate of accountability, in a really, really good way, a positive way, where things are being brought to light. I think it's part of the evolutionary move towards self-responsibility, accountability, authenticity, really being owned by humanity, that higher level of consciousness, whether it's sort of personally or globally. And I sort of feel that something that's been going on that was maybe a little bit, I mean, competitive is the right, you know, there's been friction, competition or competitiveness, but actually there is a shift in this. Don't hold on to anything that appears to be needing to be resolved. I feel that there is something to be let go of and placed in the past. The past is in the present. We need to let the past be in the past. Yeah, I feel, my lovely Cancers, there's someone around you, they could be a little bit narcissistic, but somebody who's really been leveraging a great degree of power, actually, but not necessarily in an open way and not in a good way. They may be very charismatic, but somebody quite narcissistic, but actually this is going to shift and change here. Now, there may be a little bit of a confrontation around this, but let's find out and get a bit more information. What is this about, please? How does this get resolved? What is this about? 888, karma. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. Okay. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. How interesting, because here am I talking about the climate of self-responsibility, that raising of consciousness, that being very conscious of our own motivations in things. Yeah, there's definitely something going on around you where there's concerns or friction. It could be with somebody who's trying to have control over you, or it could be you having control over somebody else due to a disagreement. But something is taking place here that needs to be, that will be processed. I mean, actually, it's going to be moved forwards. This is what the energy is saying for this moon month for you, my lovely Cancer. This situation is going to get sorted. Perception. And prayer. Okay, this is very interesting because this is really looking at that sort of scenario of like the grass is always greener. It may be that somebody has, let's say you've got an offer, you've got something that's going on around you, and then someone else comes along and they make you what appears to be a really amazing, better offer. But actually, it's not really better. What you already have is good, but it sounds so promising that you know, it sort of puts you in a position, not exactly of competitiveness, but where you're really torn between, well, which way do I go? This looks really, really amazing, but what I've got already has been pretty good as well. Or you could find yourself amongst where you've got a new friend and an old friend, and is there a sort of competition for your time? There's something going on around you here, and you're being asked here to be very conscious of what's actually being shown to you, what's actually taking place, you know, rather than the appearances, basically. You know, we need to go much deeper at a level of soul to see really what's taking place in order to maintain balance, because I feel there's something that is, the flow of energy around you is hindered because of something, some connection with someone. Perhaps someone who doesn't really seem to, they're not really, they don't do what they say it says on the tin. It's got that kind of flavour about it. Let's ask how this is panning out for my lovely Cancers. How is this going to emerge and evolve? I mean, I feel with the White New Moon that this is a card that really, for me, always speaks of divine timing. Like spirit comes in and takes charge of the situation. So, cards are flying out for you. Let's use these two first. Yeah, look at that, Temperance. Yeah, this is, so I feel that Source Spirit is going to step in to bring about balance. With the King of Wands, I suspect that something will become very apparent, actually. And you will be able to take charge of the situation, to see something clearly, or indeed somebody else will step in. I did wonder with the King of Swords, actually, whether someone else steps in to kind of pick up the baton, to take charge of a situation, and it shows you what's really going on. Yes, we have the Devil sitting on the Seven of Swords. So you get to kind of, I think once something is brought to your awareness, you can then choose to cut the cords to something or someone or an attitude that's going on around you that is limiting things, slowing you down, stopping you from moving forwards. Okay, what do we have next, my lovely Cancers? We have the Ten of Pentacles sitting on the Page of Wands. So we're seeing a really big shift. I think once this shifts and it opens up, it's going to happen very fast and it will move forwards very quickly for you. So whatever this scenario is around you, whatever the lack of upfrontness that's going on, it's going to shift. And the moment it shifts, the moment it's clear, you will move forwards and what you need will start to sort of come to you. You'll get a really fruitful outcome with the Rune of Harvest. Yes, we have the Nine of Cups and we also have the Four of Cups. How interesting. I do think there will be somebody who is a little bit shamefaced here. I think from your position, my lovely Cancer, you are going to be very, very, very pleased with the outcome. Everything will be very clear. Everything will be just as you would like it to be. It'll be really valuable for you. But with the Four of Cups, I think there will be perhaps whoever has been not entirely honest or trying to manipulate or maneuver things behind the scenes, I think they will leave a little bit shamefaced, if I'm honest. A little bit, I'm seeing somebody who's a bit sulky here, really, because it didn't go their way. But your world, Cancer, is fine. And in a way, this is not your responsibility. It's not for you to pick up the pieces. Your responsibility, back to self-responsibility, is to make sure that your world is in balance and that your world is running smoothly. My lovely Cancers, I think this is your reading, really. What an interesting month. You know, there's so much going on astrologically, so I can see how there are all kinds of shifts and turns taking place for us to kind of address things, move things forwards. Very, very interesting. I'm going to now move into the extended readings where I think, excuse me, I'm going to be looking at what happens here in a little bit more depth. Ask if there's anything that you can actively do, although I do feel this is divinely guided, so Spirit is stepping in. And I'll also be kind of looking at your kind of working world, your career, that kind of area, money, career, your home world, and also your relationship world. I'll just be drawing some cards around those areas and see what is showing up for you. So, beautiful souls, you're welcome to join me for the extendeds if you wish. Otherwise, I will see you for some other readings really soon. The way to access those extendeds is either here on YouTube through the membership area, which has a sort of a fixed, I think it's like a fixed fee for it, or you can access them on Patreon, which is also a membership site, but on Patreon you can donate as little or as much as you wish. Obviously, if you're a free member on Patreon, you don't have access to any of the material. I'm aware that you can join for free. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of it is because you don't get anything for it, but anyway, you can, the way to access the actual readings is to be a paid subscriber on Patreon or the membership area here. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Leo, welcome to your monthly readings. Let's find out, whoa, what's happening for you. Gosh, we have Dark Night of the Soul. Life brings new meaning. Okay, what is going on for you, lovely Leos, at this precise moment, and what will happen in this moon month expansion educate your mind and senses. Okay, so I'm seeing a massive turnaround, Leo, here. From it sort of seems to come through an awakening as well. Something is really becoming apparent to you, but it's actually literally opening up the world. Opening up the world for you, because something is becoming clear. You're understanding something at a real depth of soul. Almost feels like that level of life lesson when you break through. Look, the one rune that's showing itself, Degas, breakthrough. This is like the breakthrough moment. It's when you just know what actually matters. And I'm feeling a lot of passion, a lot of energy here, actually. You realise that something really matters to you. And I feel like you're prepared to sort of move through it, move beyond it, or move to it in some way. You have the rune of joy. This is like almost like a new dawn, really. It's like the mist lifting. You see clearly. You see something very clearly. You have the rune of Alga's, protection. You have the rune of Othilla. This is inheritance, separation. It's kind of like you've outgrown a skin or a coat, like a snake shedding a skin, and you move through and beyond something. And Kano, the rune of openings. My goodness me, Leo, this is a month of significant progress in something. Something really opens up. I almost want to say it opens up for you, but I actually think it's more that you open it up. You know, the universe is working with you. The universe is totally alongside you. But you also, if there's anything in your world at the moment, lovely Leos, I mean, this message will apply to some but not all. It's a general reading. If there's something that you're putting up with, this is the point when you push through it. You just know that you can't do it anymore. You've got to leave it behind, or you've got to open that door. You've got to make it happen. This is the energy around you. Let's draw more cards and see what else we're shown. What is happening for my lovely Leos this moon month? So we have Knight of Cups and Page of Pentacles. What a lovely energy coming in. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. Gosh, if any of you are attending a wedding or a celebration, I'm seeing a celebration of some sort here. Also, somebody walking forwards with an olive branch too. So if there's been if somebody has been, I don't know, not really either pulling their weight, or really if your connection with them has been a bit foggy or a little bit unclear, it's like this is the point when things move forwards. And I also see that you could approach somebody, actually, if you're not clear about something or you haven't been able to say something. This is the point when with great clarity you have a voice, and I feel they are really welcoming of that. We have the Three of Wands. Yeah, this is a real turnaround month for you, lovely Leo. There's no question of it. Something is actually going to sort of, I don't know, physically take place, really, is what I want to say. It's a milestone. That's the word I'm looking for, lovely Leo. This is a milestone. Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah. You are going to see something, gain something, have something, celebrate something that you really, really have wanted. There's something really important that really, really matters to you. And it really opens up your world. It changes your perspectives. This feels a bit like a chicken and egg, actually, but it's a general reading. And so, you know, I guess I kind of voice it from both sides. You see, for some of you, I feel something happens that opens your perspectives completely. Really, and you see the world in a whole new light. For others, I think you've reached a point where you do see something in a whole new light, and therefore you open the world up. But either way, anything that has been a worry or a concern or has been building, it's at its breakthrough point here. And it really does. A whole future opens up for you. Something is really changing here that opens up your world in a really, really big and amazing way. My beautiful souls, let's draw some more cards. I'm really thrilled for you, Leo, because I feel that you've been going through a period where whatever face you put upon it, underneath the face, things have not been feeling so good. There's been stuff under the surface that hasn't been entirely okay for you. And this is this break open point. You're leaving that energy behind and moving through and beyond it. Right, the big break. Here we go. You couldn't write it, could you, really? 1515. Innovation, focus, creation, progress, movement, forwards, skills and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. That is gorgeous. This is literally that month of turnaround. When I saw you perhaps approaching somebody and somebody coming through with an olive branch, but it could equally be somebody approaching you with a gift. Your card is suggesting this could happen. Somebody coming forwards, but this is the breakthrough. It's like it clears the way for the future in a way that you have felt quite stuck, I think, really. You suddenly have direction, clarity. If this is a job offer, then, you know, it's amazing. You can walk forwards with confidence. Yeah, this is a super amazing, it's a serious turnaround. It's the big break open, the big breakthrough, the big break, however it comes. This is the energy that's coming your way, Leo. It's a super, super month for you. Really is absolutely wonderful. We have the card of guilt. How interesting. And then we have the card of recovery. Ah, okay. So I'm seeing as well for you, lovely Leo, that maybe if what has been holding you back has been something where you felt guilty, or you felt like you I don't know, you're concerned about leaving something behind, or leaving someone behind, or not getting it right, or whatever, or that there's some kind of emotional stuff going on here. This is where you are liberated. If you've been looking after somebody who makes you feel guilty, if you don't look after them, then, you know, this is the point when something comes along, a key is gifted to you that means that they can be looked after and you can move forwards and recover and move into a space that's about you. You can break free. It would be like if you are someone's carer, for example. It would be the moment when maybe resources kick in and begin to take care of that person, so you get some respite. It's got this flavour of, it is all about breaking open. Something that has been troubling you, difficult for you, not moving forwards, or you haven't felt you could move forwards. This is more to the point. It's not so much that you were feeling physically, I don't know, or sort of, I was going to say stuck. There's something that you have not been able to process so that you could give yourself permission to move forwards. Something's been in the way. Your concerns, your obligations, your fears, your guilt, all of these things, something has been in the way of you moving forwards, and this is the breakout point where you can. Something you need comes in that gives you permission. For some of you, literally an event gives you permission that says, do you know what, I can do this. Don't have to stay here anymore. Or it's right for me. Very, very interesting energy. However you look at it, my lovely Leos, it's the big break. Taking you from a situation, if you're stuck in a job you hate, it's the big break. It's the opportunity, somebody offering you a job so you can leave the past behind and move forwards. Sort of feel you deserve it as well with algaes, with protection. I feel you've really, you know, you've done your bit, really, as it were, and it's time for you time for your world to expand. Let's see what the month is showing as it progresses. Yeah, so we have the Five of Swords here. Yeah, very interesting. I do feel that it's almost as though you can leave something without regret. For some of you, maybe that's part of what we're seeing. Yeah, if there's been a heartbreak, something that hasn't worked, you can part on good terms, or there's a reconciliation where somebody brings an apology to you, or someone arrives that sort of starts to begin that process of healing a broken heart. There's a point of celebration here. Yeah, and it is, you can literally celebrate the turning point. You know, what comes around, what goes around comes around. It's kind of like you can reach this point where you can actually move beyond something. You don't have to, yeah, everything you need is coming to you, actually, in whatever way, shape or form it's needed. Yes, an opportunity, help, extra cash or other support coming your way, so keep going. Have fun when performing your tasks. We have the Empress, so I'm seeing it's almost like your whole perspective of the future changes to one of fertility, of abundance, of potential. Doorways opening, a new phase in life. Look at this, 7 of Cups. It's so much opportunity. Interesting, the 7 of Cups is sitting on the 7 of Pentacles. Suddenly, it's like you suddenly feel like you have choices available, which I don't think you felt that you did. Or if you did have a choice, you felt obligated or guilty about it. And then we have the Emperor sitting with the Queen of Cups. I do feel you can finally take charge. It's like you find agency, basically, Leo. There's something going on around you that has not been okay, but you've worked out what really matters and you're prepared to take action on this. I also think things come to your aid to support you to make this possible in no uncertain terms. You have agency in a way that you didn't before, or you feel you have agency, or you give yourself permission. But however we look at it, you can move this forwards. So, my beautiful, beautiful Leos, I feel this is your reading for the month. Very exciting. Keep us posted in the comments as to how this pans out. I think you know personally what this situation is about. I'm seeing this massive breakthrough. So, I mean, this is amazing for you. It really, really is. Beautiful souls. I'm going to move into the extendeds now. I will look in a bit more detail at what this is about, or how the breakthrough comes. I think we'll be looking at how that arrives in more detail. We'll also be looking at different areas of your world, your career, money, finances, that sort of area. We'll look at your home life, and we'll look at your love life as well, and see how this overall flow of energy is affecting those different areas of your world. You are welcome to join me for the extendeds if you wish. They are available here on YouTube in the membership area, or also on Patreon, which is also a membership site. On YouTube, YouTube charge a set figure to connect with that. That's where I put all my extended readings and additional conversations. And then on Patreon, it works on the basis of donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish. Obviously, if you're a free member on Patreon, you don't have access to anything. So I'm aware that some people have joined free, and I have to admit, I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that is, because you don't acquire anything. But anyway, there we are. That is the way to access the extenders if you wish to. Otherwise, beautiful Leos, I am so pleased this is breaking open for you, and I'm sending you all the love in the world. Keep us posted, and I look forward to seeing you for another reading really soon. Hey Virgos, welcome to your monthly readings. Oh, you have your 2 cards flying out already. So we're asking what's happening for you in the next moon month. We're getting the lay of the land. You have shield your energy, look beneath the surface, okay, followed by Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. Very powerful cards. Let's draw you some runes as well. Okay, we have 3 runes that have come out for you, my lovely Virgos, but how interesting. We have Kano, the rune of openings. We have Awaz, the rune of movement, and we have the rune of defense. Okay, now, how interesting. Let me see where we are. Let's go straight into your tarot cards. What is happening for my lovely Virgos? I feel like you're coming alive again, beautiful souls. The universe, spirit, source is creating an opening for you. It can gather momentum very, very quickly. What is the look beneath the surface? Why do you need to see beneath the surface? What is taking place for my lovely Virgos? What is this about? We have the King of Pentacles. Very interesting King of Pentacles this, because he never looks entirely joyous. I mean, the King of Pentacles is doing okay for himself, and yet he looks a little bit nonchalant. Is that right? I think that's perhaps a good word. We have the King of Pentacles. We have Temperance. Okay. And we have the Four of Cups. Okay, my lovely Virgos. I am seeing you being given an opening to move forwards with something. But what I feel, lovely Virgos, is it's not entirely the opening you would have wanted, or it's being guided. I just feel there's something about it that doesn't feel quite as exciting as you would have wanted. The interesting thing is there may be potential here for it to be far more exciting than you realise. Okay. I kind of want to say don't take it on face value. I'm going to take those 3 cards for you. Yeah, look beneath the surface. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the King of Swords. Okay. Now the King of Swords is quite resolute, actually. I feel this is sort of, I almost want to say necessary, my beautiful souls. Aries, the Rune of Defense. I feel as though there is an opening and some kind of a move forwards, something that will actually genuinely, it's going to float your boat, actually. I think the problem is that even though I think it will float your boat, I think maybe you're either leaving something which feels a little bit uncomfortable as you leave it, or it didn't quite work out the way you wanted, or you're having to bring something into balance. It might be a bit like downsizing when you weren't quite ready to downsize, but that there's something that's feeling a little bit, it's not quite as you would have wanted it, and yet I feel it's really, really guided, and quite decisive action is needed. This is actually suggesting that this is a good opening. This is bringing about the bettering of any situation, and it will lead to your passion for life rising again. It will, like, waking back up to life or embracing life in some way. Something has been either flattened or not feeling quite right. So where I'm sitting with this, and you're moving forwards. We have the Knight of Wands. This is going to move forwards fast here. In a way, I actually feel there's movement, and the movement is a direct response to something that's already happened, like a past event or a past circumstance, and it's actually bringing everything back into balance, and so that's right. You know, if you are able to recognize that this shift, this move, is actually realigning things for you at a real core level of soul, of passion, this is realigning things for you, and it's really, really needed. It's almost as if, I mean, for some of you, I feel there's quite a karmic element to this. Let's draw a card and see what else we're shown. 0550, the eye candy. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential. What's this? Potential. I can't quite read this. Resonance. Ah, yes. Now, get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Look beneath the surface. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Yeah, there is an opening for you. And I think you have, because of past circumstances, past events, you've become a little bit, almost for some of you, I feel maybe there's been a little bit of depression, or a little bit of there's something that's not been feeling okay, a bit flattened by life, feeling like there's been one thing after another. But I sort of feel karmically things are being righted here, actually, which is really, really good. So literally, there's going to be an opportunity. Oh, it's romance, actually. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing flow, potential romance. Okay, here is I saying resonance. It's because I don't have my glasses on. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Yes, take a look around you. There's actually something that you could miss. An opportunity, an opening that you could miss if you are sort of feeling a bit fed up or a bit low because, you know, stuff didn't work out, or it's been feeling a bit flat, or a bit, there's been a lot of upheaval. I feel you're being asked to potentially take quite swift and fast action here, to kind of make a clear choice, to make a clear choice, to kind of not sit with the sort of the negative, but to sit with all of the possibility that sits around you. Okay, soulmate, amazing. So there really is actually an opportunity around you for a relationship, but you need to see it. Look at the eye in this hand. But his eyes are closed. Prayer. This is very interesting. This is about choices, and also about sort of almost like sometimes the energy of this card says it feels a bit like the grass is always greener. Almost as if there's always something that feels like it would be bigger, better, and if we're sitting in that place where it always feels as though the grass is greener, we miss what is right on our doorstep. I feel there is something, a really exciting opportunity that's being gifted to you by the universe this month, my beautiful Virgos. So kind of shield yourself from negativity and look at what's right immediately around you. That's what we're being shown here. This is an opening that will bring your life back into balance. It will reignite your energy, your fire, your passion. But I do feel it's something that when it comes along, you may need to take action quite quickly. Be quite clear and quite decisive, and then kind of stick to it, really, rather than sink back. I just feel maybe some of you, there's been quite a lot going on. This is a general reading, to be fair, but whatever your circumstances, lovely Virgos, it does feel as though you've had a ton of stuff going on that's left you sort of feeling a bit disillusioned or not quite right about something. And this is actually a serious gift from the universe. It's an opportunity, but you've kind of got to see it to take it, to seize it. Okay, not being preoccupied with kind of the grass is always greener, that kind of thing. Let's draw more cards to see what else we're shown for this month. Look at this. You have the Six of Wands. This is the card of victory. It's a card of success. So this really is a doorway of success. We also have the Six of Cups. Okay, if you've been hurt or had a relationship that didn't work out and you're feeling quite disillusioned or despondent about relationships, I think there's the energy of someone around you that could be the real deal, soulmate. Don't reject this on the basis that I don't know, it's not identical to what you had thought you wanted, or that you've been hurt. You know, the experience of being hurt has left you feeling so anxious, and bless you, about moving forwards. This is right in front of you. It's an opportunity. This is really saying seize it. It could be a job offer as well, actually. There is something around you. And you're really being asked to kind of step out there a little bit and just seize the moment. Something's coming to you, seize the moment. and take it, because it could be a really, really perfect fit for you. We have the card of the Lovers. Very interesting. The card of the Lovers is, of course, a card of choice, sitting on the Four of Cups. This is actually saying, look, you can kind of sit and dwell in the past, or with the Three of Wands, you can look ahead. And you have a choice in this. The biggest turning point here, my beautiful Virgos, is you, actually. I feel like the universe, spirit, source is offering you an amazing opportunity. The question is, will you seize it? Will you embrace it? Will you see it, actually? And are you prepared to take action? We have the card of the World. Fabulous. This really is a significant turning point. There's an ending and a new beginning for you. With the Rune of Defense, this is all about, you know, actually kind of persevering, having patience, taking right action, recognizing what's in front of you. I often think about boundaries with this rune as well. And then you have the Sun. This genuinely is a golden opportunity, okay? There is a real, genuine golden opportunity coming to you, my lovely Virgos, in this moon month. It feels for me as if it's local. It's not the grass is always greener. I think it's right on your doorstep. It's kind of in front of you. And it creates an opportunity for you to have a major shift, a stepping up, a being able to grasp life and passion, and something that has been feeling as if it's been a bit flattened or absent in your world. It's a major turnaround and shift in the energy. You're going to need to take action, but this really feels like it's such a time of success. Six of Cups. There could even be somebody coming back into your world from the past, or again, job offer, opportunity, going out on a date, new project, something to be involved in. And this could well be somebody or something you've been connected to before for some of you with the Six of Cups, but there is an offer coming in. And, you know, the choice is yours, but this is an offer that will open doorways and open the future for you, really bringing in a very different world for you. And I feel as though the sort of like the timing is really perfect. Beautiful Virgos. This is your reading for this month. It seems to me to be an amazing month for you. I'm actually going to move into the extendeds, I think. I'm going to draw more cards and ask about this opportunity and how it arises. How does this golden opportunity arrive in your world? Any further guidance and information. We'll also look at kind of key areas of careers. We'll look at home life and relationships, and kind of see what shows up as well for this moon month. So my beautiful Virgos, you can access the extendeds through either the membership area here on YouTube or in Patreon. Patreon is like another membership site that works on donations, so you can give as little or as much as you wish over there. If you become a free member, you don't get access to anything. It is only the paid members, I should say that. But yeah, you can tune into the readings, the extended readings over there, and extra conversations, and the same here on YouTube. Thank you so much, all of you who are choosing to access the additional readings. All of your contributions really make a massive difference, but just being here makes a massive difference. Watching the videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. So Virgo, thank you all of you just for being here. Tons of love, beautiful souls, and I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really soon. Hello, my lovely Libras. Welcome to your readings. Let's find out what's happening for you. We have Soul Fragments. Balance will be restored. It's your first card. Ooh, and Light Codes. Okay, lovely Libra. Travel awaits you. Okay, are you planning on taking a break, a holiday, journeying anywhere at the moment, my lovely Libras? Because if you do, I think it is exactly what the doctor ordered. But let's draw some runes for you as well. What is happening in this moon month for my lovely, lovely Libras? Okay, so you have Gibbous, the rune of partnership, or indeed sometimes this is a gift, and you have Harvest, both showing up in the upright position or the turned over position. You have Isa, and you have Berkana. Okay, my lovely Libras, what is very clear to me in this moon month is that at some point you're going to take a break. Okay, if you're not planning to take a break, then an opportunity to take a break may be offered to you. And if you are utterly on track. I think you know that you need to take a break. I think you know that you need some time out. You need to bring back balance into your life. You need to restore your vitality. And actually, this is a time when, by taking some time out, it's almost as though you kind of reset your energy. And I think many things will actually become clear to you. So my lovely Libras, yeah, definitely. It's kind of like some things will reach a conclusion, or you'll understand or see something better, or clarity for the next steps on your journey will, you know, happen because you've taken a step away, because you're standing back from something. You're not in it anymore. King of Cups. We have Five of Pentacles and the World. Okay. Right, what I am seeing here is, yeah, Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles and Eight of Wands. Right, my lovelies. Okay. I think you genuinely need to actually recover from something, and I think you know it. Hence, I think this sort of taking a break. I mean, you may well travel, but whether you travel in the space of your own home, your own world, or you actually physically travel, and this is all about bringing balance back into your life. You've experienced some kind of a disappointment, and something of that is still been lingering. I think you may have felt as though you'd processed it, you put it down, but somehow something comes along and up it pops. It's been quite hard for you to put it down. It really, really has. But it's absolutely time for it to come to its sort of natural completion. And part of this is about regeneration. It's about you recovering, recuperating, kind of restoring balance again within yourself. I just feel that life threw you quite a big curveball, and I think it genuinely knocked you for six. And even though I feel you came through it, somehow there's still a bit of conflictual energy. It may be that whatever it was, you're still living with something of the repercussions of this. And it's really time to sort of to shake it off completely. Get rid of it, put it down, not go over it in your mind anymore. And this is the month, I think, when the energy is primed to assist you in this, okay? It feels like there's opportunity for you to recover. Let's check in on some more cards for you. May we have more information for my lovely Libra? May we have information for my lovely Libra? I'm seeing this card here. 444, protection. Change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. Wonderful. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, the right circumstances, and the right resources to make things happen. Beautiful. Lovely Libra, this is really for me feeling as though the universe, source, spirit really has your back and is really going to support you in bringing you the sort of almost like the ingredients you need to be able to move forwards. I don't think you have to strive to make anything happen this month. If anything, it's like get still, step down, just allow yourself to completely relax, to breathe, to sort of return yourself to a place of wholeness, of balance. And then what you need is just simply going to come to you. Okay, let's draw some chakra cards. This is one of those work with the universe months, Libra. Yeah, despondence. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. I feel you've been through something that left you really questioning whether what you really want is going to come. Something really did knock you for six. It threw you a curveball. I'm really sorry that happened, Libra. Now, whether that's relatively recent history, I think for some of you it is. It's just been really hard to put it down. It sort of almost keeps popping up. Or whether it's something that you went through a while ago and then it's kind of resurfaced. Buttons have been pressed reminding you of it, but there's something about it that left you feeling genuinely really despondent. It really, yeah, really got to you. I'm so sorry, Libra, I can really see that. Now, what we see here with the card of prayer is about getting still. Actually, this is the message that's coming through with this card for you. You know, by all means, you know, if you are planning on traveling, that's wonderful. But if you travel, make sure you have plenty of stillness, downtime. This is travel. This isn't a working holiday. It would be downtime. Seriously, having a retreat where you can just stop, slow it down. Literally, I feel as though your spirit team are just wanting to pick you up, hold you, nurture you, look after you, sort of almost like spiritually feed you. Kind of stop the flow of emotionality around you that's feeling like you're just constantly on the move, on the go, you know, just slowing it down and saying, look, you've had a tough time. Let us look after you. Get still and we will bring you everything you need to start a new chapter of your life, to start afresh. However that will be for you. It can be, you know, just a fresh start within yourself. Or for some of you, it could even be a fresh start. But one way or the other, slow it down. Get still. Let's get more messages for my lovely Libras, please. More information. So sitting on the King of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups. Cut yourself some slack. I almost want to say, my lovely Libra, sort of just kind of indulge yourself a bit. Really? Let yourself, you know, just truly fill up your own cup. Let yourself unwind. Yeah, you need to cut some cords to something that didn't work. And it really is time to just let it go. Liberate yourself from those feelings of despondency, of heartache, of just let it go. It's totally coming through constantly in your reading, lovely Libra. We have the Three of Pentacles with the World. I want to say with a little help from your friends as well here. Actually, I suspect, and the Ten of Swords sitting on the Two, I suspect you may well be invited to go out, to chill out, to be with people. And this is what you need, you know, it's just it's like getting away from the everyday hustle and bustle of your world to the busyness. Friends popping in, inviting you out, asking you to come out, helping you to move through and beyond something, helping you to let go of something, making you feel really worthwhile. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Empress sitting with the Knight of Pentacles. This is fabulous because this is fertility. I really do feel that spirit source is going to feed you, fuel you, look after you, give you what you need, and start to bring forth kind of the harvest that you're really looking for. I think you can start to begin to see, because you slow right down, the possibility of stuff that is potentially for some of you right on your doorstep, or if you are traveling, stuff that you know, maybe your world just opens up, you meet people, you do different things, all sorts of possibilities, potentials start to re-enter your life because you are still enough to receive. And your last card, we have the World again sitting under the World. Yeah, this is beautiful. My lovely Libra, a chapter of your world, or some part of your world, is coming to a close. You know, there's been learning, okay, there's been quite some really tough shit to deal with. But do you know what, beautiful Libras? This is a turning point. And the turning point is about getting still and allowing yourself to receive the nurture, the healing, and all of the potential that can now come to you, the way being shown, because you are no longer in a state of sort of having stuff revisit, really. But the only way to let it go, really, is to sort of both get still and then actually become actively involved in other stuff. And it's the other stuff that opens the doorways for you. So this is really a big shift, both physically, mentally, emotionally. And I am seeing help from your friends as well coming in here. Anything and everything that removes you from the everydayness of feeling like life is happening to you and just opening a space of possibility within you is what you're needing, my lovely Libra. It really is. Get ready. I'm just going to read this again. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy towards going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, the right circumstances, and the right resources to make things happen. So, my lovely Libras, it looks to me like a serious turnaround this month for you, and I'm thrilled for you. All the Libras I know have had some pretty tough stuff going on in their world, so this is really, really like a blessing from heaven. It really, really is. So, beautiful souls, this is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to move into the extendeds. What I think we will do is ask for a lot more detail, not so much about what you're putting down, but where you're going. What's happening if you travel, what you're going to be gifted with, how these openings are coming in for you, and we'll look at cards for your work, career, your home, family life, and also your relationships, love and other relationships. So we'll draw cards for all of those areas. You are welcome to join me for the extendeds, my beautiful souls. You can access them in two ways. One is here in YouTube on the membership part of the site. YouTube just charge a very tiny fixed fee every month for that. You can access all the extendeds for any of the readings where I do extendeds, and also additional conversations and things over there. And you can also access those things on Patreon. And beautiful souls, Patreon is another membership site, but you can donate over there. You can join for as little or as much as you wish. If you are a free member, you don't access anything. I know there are free members over there. I'm not quite sure what that serves, but anyway, there we are. Beautiful souls. So that's the two options and the way to access the information and the additional extendeds. So I'm going to move into those. Lovely Libras, I'm sorry you've had some tough times, but truly this looks like an absolute turnaround for you. So an absolute blessing of a month. Tons of love, lovely Libra, and I look forward to seeing you again for some other readings. Hello, wonderful Scorpios. Welcome to your monthly readings. Your two cards are showing straight away what's happening for my wonderful Scorpios this month. We have Hidden Realms, create conscious awareness and expansion, educate your mind and your senses. Okay, Scorpio, this feels like this is a very, very, very expansive energy that's around you. We have in your runes, you have the rune of fertility. Wonderful. We have the rune of the spiritual warrior. Wonderful. We have Isa, the rune of ice. Okay. How interesting. Then we have the rune of Berkana and Thurisaz's gateway. Right. I think that you are going to be shown something that will enable you to make quite a clear choice in your life in some way, shape or form, my beautiful Scorpios. This is what we are seeing for your month, actually. When it is shown to you, it is being suggested that you take your time because it's quite life-changing. It's going to affect kind of like the next chapter of your life, the shape of the next chapter of your life, how it will unfold. Feels like it's quite an important choice, quite an important decision. Let's tune in with the energy here for my lovely Scorpios. We have the High Priestess. We have the Tower. We have big cards. Lovely Scorpios, big cards. We have the Magician. Big cards, all major, 3 major arcana cards straight off the bat. Wow. The Magician, the High Priestess, being guided, being shown something. The Tower, life-changing decisions. Stuff is changing anyway. I mean, I think that's going to happen with the Tower card, my lovely Scorpios. The question is, what are you going to do with these changes? What shape do you want this to be? I think you have an opportunity to be quite conscious about the shape of the next chapter of your life in this moon month. This feels very empowering, my lovely Scorpios. It really does. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Two of Cups. And we have the Five of Swords. Take your time making choices. I just feel so much is to be revealed to you, Scorpios, that it's then really important for you to take your time, not to rush into making a choice or a decision in a hurry. Just recognize that the choices and the decisions you're making at the moment are shaping kind of the next chapter. So this feels quite pivotal. Let's get more information from my lovely Scorpios. May we have additional information and guidance. How is this information coming? What is this? Personal power. 8888. Material and spiritual abundance. Wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending you the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. Okay, this feels like a month of abundance, a month of prosperity for you. And even if it's not in its completed form, it's laying the pathway for that to come into your world, Scorpio. Let's check out more cards and see what else we're shown. I think this looks to me to be a really great month for you. We have complacency, how interesting, and confusion. Very interesting cards. Right. We'll get some clarifiers here, I think, for you, my lovely Scorpio. But what I feel is, I think your spirit team are really saying to you, look, take your time, because it is confusing, isn't it? When you're faced with big decisions, big life choices, like, you know, something arriving in your world, prosperity and well-being ahead, things arriving that feel really good, but what do you do with them? You know, it can feel overwhelming. What choices do you make? What decisions do you make? What if an epic romance arrives, material gain, something comes in and lands with you? What are you going to do? You know, we can often have a moment of wobble. Your spirit team are saying don't be complacent here. You know, this is a really big month of opportunity for you, Scorpios. It really, really is. I think you're going to need to seize the moment with the spiritual warrior, with Taurus. This is very decisive kind of forward motion energy. We've got the Magician, so this is making decisions, alchemy, being very co-creative. But slow it down. Think about the choices. This would be kind of one of those months when you want to, whenever an opportunity arrives, you're going to want to kind of slow down, meditate, and just get still and feel your way into this before deciding how to move forwards, okay? Rather than sitting in confusion or feeling like, you know, I really don't know what to do, getting in a kind of a panic. You know, don't be complacent, because decisive action is needed. But on the other hand, don't get in a, in a big twizzle because you're trying to put yourself under pressure to act quickly. It's one of those, yes, take action. Doorways are opening for you. Expand your mind. Educate your mind and your senses and create conscious awareness so that every step of the way, this is like a month of mindful success and prosperity. That's what I feel like we should call your reading. Let's check out and see what else we are shown for my lovely Scorpios. The Empress. This is a card of abundance. This is beautiful. We have the card of the Devil. Big cards. I mean, you guys are getting big cards, major arcana cards. We have the card of Justice. Wow. Wow. There is definitely prosperity, the opportunity for abundance here. In whatever area of life this may be for you, could be more than one area of life. You are going to, though, sort of need to say no to any form of, I feel like this is complacency or procrastination or confusion. It's kind of because I think you have to be quite decisive with the energy of Justice. Your spirit team source is saying to you, look, we're going to give you an opportunity, but it's no good just sort of letting it go or letting it or sitting in that space of, oh, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. Engage with spirit, engage with source. Find another YouTube reading that will give you some additional guidance, you know, whether it's here on the Moon Magic channel or, you know, another reader. There are some really good readers here on YouTube. You know, just work out what your question is and then, you know, type it in and seek advice, seek guidance, additional guidance to see how this pans out. We have the Knight of Pentacles sitting on the King of Cups. Yeah, I just feel it's gifts and openings and opportunities are coming to you. We have the Ace of Swords sitting on the Two of Cups, but you'll need to take some clear action towards the thing that you want. Okay, so it's kind of like leaning into this space of mindful awareness rather than thinking, whoa, do I take this? Do I not take this? What do I do? No panic. Personal power, okay, personal choice. That's the other element that's coming through in your reading, Scorpio. Personal power, it's your right to make choices, your ability to consciously make decisions that are affecting your world and your recognition of that, saying no to any internal thinking patterns that limit your ability to step up and seize the moment and the opportunities that are gifted to you. We have the Seven of Swords sitting on the Five of Swords. I am seeing you making choices actually here, possibly slightly under duress for some of you. What is this about? Let's check this out. And the complacency and confusion. Maybe we just have a little bit of additional guidance and clarification. We've got Judgment. You've got Judgment and Justice. We've got Eight of Swords. And Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I do think there are, let's call it significant opportunities offered to you. Remember, take your time. You have Thurisaz, Gateway. Pause, get still. Look at all of the circumstances that led you to where you are today and take stock before stepping through the gateway. ISA, press the pause button. Because these are big life-changing choices. You are in a position of considerable personal empowerment. And actually this month, Scorpio, you're being asked to step up into that space of personal empowerment, of personal power and choice. Take an ownership of your choices and act with mindful, conscious awareness. Beautiful souls. I think this is a very pivotal month for you, Scorpio. I really, really do. Beautiful souls, your guidance is very clear. Obviously, it's up to you what you do with it. This is all about self-responsibility and personal power. You can listen to guidance and, I mean, you know, what you do, you have conscious free will and choice. Whatever you do, it's your choice. No reading ever tells you what to do. But beautiful souls, I think this is a pivotal month for you where you can make significant choices and changes that shape the next chapter of your life. So that's amazing. Scorpio, approach it mindfully. This is the key here. That's what we're being shown. Beautiful souls, I think I'm going to move to the extendeds now. I think, you know, we can see how the lay of the land is for your month. I think what I'll do in the extendeds is that I will ask for more information about this sort of area of perhaps of complacency or confusion, and maybe ask for a bit more information about the kinds of choices that you might be making, maybe some more detail. And I will be looking at the different areas of your world. I'll be looking at your kind of working world, I'll be looking at your home life, and I'll be looking at your relationships as well. So if you'd like to access the extended, you are very welcome to join me. You can access them here in the membership area of YouTube, or you can access them in Patreon, which is also a membership site. And on Patreon, you donate as little or as much as you wish. You do need to donate something to access the material, although you can become a free member, but you don't access any material over there, so it seems a bit pointless. But anyway, it's thank you all of you who are over there. Your contributions really do help me to maintain my free online library. You help many people, so thank you all of you who are already contributing, and thank you all of you just for being here. Beautiful Scorpios, this is a month of serious empowerment, so you know, go for it, but with mindful, conscious awareness. Tons of love, Scorpio. Hello, lovely Saggies. Welcome to your readings. Now, let me see what we are shown. We have a card flying out for you, and I'm seeing this one as well. Okay, so these are your first two cards. You have Between Worlds, New Directions, and we have Illuminate the Shadow, Focus on a Solution. Okay. Very, very interesting cards. Let's draw some runes for you as well and dive straight into your reading. What's happening for my lovely Saggies for this moon month? We have the rune of Rado, Journey. We also have Nathis, Constraint. Patience. This speaks of patience. Some of you may actually be genuinely journeying, moving, travelling. We have Fehu. This is possessions, nourishment, ambition satisfied. We have the rune of the self. Okay. And then we have the rune of Anzus, signals, signs, synchronicities. Okay. I'm finding a message coming through for you, Saggies, which is all in good time. That's coming through really clearly. That's what I'm hearing. All in good time. All in good time. You are between worlds, literally. I'm seeing that you are transitioning from sort of almost like your world being one shape to your world being another shape. Now, we are in this period of accelerated change. This is going to go on for, you know, months, really. This is 2024's transformational energy. It started in April, and, you know, or there's been a build-up. There's been lots of things in place, but we're beginning to see things shift and move. Focus on a solution. I actually feel that you are needing to maybe kind of look internally a little bit. If there's anything that's stopping you or constraining you, look internally at what you can sort of basically get still and work out what you can do rather than focusing on what you can't. Let's get some more cards. What am I picking up on here for you, Saggies? Okay, we have this and definitely that. Seeing this, let's look at these first. We have the Chariot. Okay, so things are moving, things are happening for you. We have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Seven of Swords. This is the energy I'm picking up on. We'll get some clarification around this. You see, on the one hand, I'm seeing you in a very Sagittarian way, kind of holding the higher ground, carrying an olive branch, being really prepared to kind of basically be very clear about things, and yet there's sort of concerns, worries. I feel there are situations around you that are basically not within your control, you know, and however you look at it in the world as we live, yes, we have conscious free will and choice, but we don't have charge over anyone else. We have no jurisdiction over anyone else. And so, you know, if we think of the world as a massive energy, like a pool of energy, all being influenced by everybody that's here, everything and everyone, there's a lot of swirling energy around. This is what I'm seeing here. And I think, in a way, anything that is stopping you from sort of staying on your own course, swimming your own course, swimming through the seas around you, anything that's stopping you, I feel like through shark-infested waters, if there's any shark-infested waters, swimming through them, the only thing that stops you is sort of internal stuff that says, you know, I won't be able to see where I'm going. The Chariot just says you can come through this can move forwards. You can face any challenges and overcome them. The key here is really sitting in your energy, your authenticity, Saggies. You are very... you hold that higher ground. Truth, justice, honesty is really, they're very Saggy qualities. So this is like being authentically you. You know, not driven or not driven by fear, not diving into the energy or the essence of feeling like you're kind of trapped, or, you know, that you won't see your way through the shark-infested waters. Now, the rune of journey and the rune of Fehu, Rado and Fehu, would suggest, I think, collaboratively, that you're going to get to the end goal that you want. Okay, there's an end goal in mind. You'll navigate this with ease, and you are absolutely being guided with signs, signals, synchronicities. I just feel there's a few sort of almost like potholes in the road along the way that you're needing to navigate to. So kind of be patient with yourself. Yeah, the potholes, the shark-infested water will reach a conclusion. But the key to this is about you being very decisive and very clear about your position on things. Yeah. So 4 of Swords. I'm also hearing don't be in a hurry here. This is saying to me, don't be in a rush to fix something, to reach the end goal, to get to the conclusion. This really is a time to sort of take it gently. I'm really reminded, my own mentor always says, if you have a dilemma or a decision to make and you're not 100% certain, then wait for 4 hours. And if you're still not certain, wait for 4 days. If you're still not certain, wait for 4 weeks. You know, let things percolate. Journey inwards. Look at this from the inside out and hold the higher ground, but look at it from the inside out, and, you know, don't be fear driven. This is about, you know, illuminate the shadows. Take your time to really see what's going on and then focus on the solution that you desire. What else are we showing here? What else do we have for my lovely Saggies? May we have more information, guidance for the month for my Saggies. 1441, unique skills, life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Yes, look inwards, journey inwards. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves you to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority now. So yeah, this is really about stepping up. And I'm also hearing not letting any sort of additional periphery stuff get in the way. Put it down. Don't let it bother you. If there's something you are needing to attend to, you know, take 4 days or 4 weeks, but keep your focus on where you need to be going, rather than the problems that you may be seeing around you or any interruptions around you. Let's draw some chakra cards. What else are we shown here for my lovely Saggies? I almost feel there's been potentially with constraints some kind of interruptions around you, but actually I think the purpose now for you or for this moon month seems to be career focused or staying on track with something. And I think if you stay on track and sort of simply navigate everything else as it comes rather than being drawn into anything, or drawn into the fear or the anxiety that it won't work or you won't get to the end goal. I think if you keep your focus on where it needs to be, it's kind of like almost holding yourself in the light here. Here we have further guidance information for Sagittarius. Discovery. And isolation. Okay. The isolation card, I'm not seeing this in a negative way. It's interesting though, because this is the throat chakra. It's like a double message coming through here. You see, I feel that with the isolation card, in some ways you are being asked to be really, really focused, self-focused. So you may need to keep your vision may feel a bit isolating, but keeping your vision and your goals and your work on track. There's something around you that you need to keep on track because it's important to you personally. It's moving something forwards in your life. It's creating that direction. Isolation can also, particularly as we have the Seven of Swords, sort of indicate that feeling that you don't have a voice, that you're feeling like you can't actually speak up. So whether you are being encouraged to speak up in your work, really, to make sure that you have a voice and you stay on track. But if there is a situation going on around you, I'm going to draw clarifying cards because I'm curious, is this suggesting that you kind of keep your counsel actually around stuff, around the sharks and the potholes in the road? I do just feel that there is something that isn't quite running smoothly, but I think it can run smoothly. It's kind of like focusing on what you should be focusing on as opposed to trying to spin too many plates and juggle too many different things. Let's get more information here. What is this isolation card about? What are we being shown here, please? May we get more information on the isolation card? Okay, so we have the Devil. So this is about cutting cords. Yeah, and moving away from something. Right. Ultimately, the isolation card actually says you're on the verge of something really, really big. And, don't step down, don't step away from something that's really big. There's a big move, a big transition, a big change between worlds, new direction. There's something big on your horizon. And this card is saying, don't step down. The isolation here in this card is almost, sometimes it's self-created by not stepping up and embracing what's available. With the Devil, I do feel we are looking at you cutting cords to anything that kind of isn't actually working for you, cutting cords to fear, cutting cords to worry, staying on track. Six of Swords, moving towards the goal that you want. This is actually a month for you to be very self-focused and not be drawn into anybody else's focus or focuses or stuff. This really is, it may feel as though in a strange way that you become slightly isolated, but ironically enough, it's about getting out in the world. It's about being of the world and not succumbing to any element of self-doubt or fear-driven stuff. You're working on something important. You're on the verge of something. You could be on the verge of a discovery. If you're a scientist, for example, you could be on the verge of completing something that really opens your world up. You are discovering a new pathway. You're on a voyage of discovery in some way, shape or form during this month. You are journeying, whether you're journeying internally or you are out in the world traveling. If you travel, you're going to find out things. You're going to discover stuff. You are on a journey of discovery and it's coming with real purpose for you here. So stay on track and don't let anything of a lower vibration affect your course. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. So we have the Nine of Cups. We have the card of Temperance. Just getting more information here to see how your month is panning out. Yeah, you are going to have, look, if you can keep your world in balance and stay on track, then you are going to feel very, very, very pleased with your achievements this month. You're going to feel pleased with your progress, I think. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. I think you can really make some solid progress in something that you really want. Whatever this may be for you. It's like the biggest priority project in your world, whether it's personal or whether it's professional. This seems to be more career focused, but whatever your personal project desire would be, I'm seeing as long as you really, I feel this is with the Knight of Swords, Temperance sitting on the Knight of Swords. It's like keep your mind in check, keep your mind in balance. Hold on to the vision of what you want to achieve. Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is sitting on the Page of Pentacles. So we're seeing real solid progression here. Then we have the Sun sitting on the Seven of Swords. Wonderful. We have the Hanged Man on the World. And then we have the Seven of Swords sitting on the Four of Swords. Right. This is about you overcoming any kind of fear, doubt, and just really holding your focus, keeping that golden light in mind rather than any periphery sort of worries that might come in and distract you. The Hanged Man sitting on the World. Do you know, if there's anything that's sort of niggling, I feel there are certain things in your world, quite frankly, that you can shelve and they can wait. Put them on hold. You know, that 4 weeks, you know, rather than I've got to deal with this in 4 hours or 4 days, maybe it's going to take 4 weeks. Maybe it's next month that you'll deal with some stuff. You'll be able to sort some things out when the timing is right. But right now, your focus, my lovely Saggies, should be on the purpose, the goal, the desire that you are personally wanting to work on, that's your top priority. Beautiful Saggies, this is your reading. I am going to move into the extended reading now, and you're very welcome to join me if you wish. What I think I'll be asking in the extended is more details about the progression of your project. I may ask a little bit about what's going on, this, you know, something that needs to be shelved, or perhaps at least some confirmation as to how that might pan out. And I will look at the different areas in your world. I'll look at your working world, I'll look at your home life, and I'll look at your relationships as well. So beautiful souls, you are very, very welcome to join me in the extendeds if you wish. They are available here on YouTube in the membership area, or on Patreon, which is also a membership site. Here on YouTube you can access it's like YouTube charge a fixed sort of fee for access to the membership, whereas on Patreon you can make a donation. You can give as little or as much as you want, but you know, if you add yourself as a free member, you don't have access to anything. You do need to make some sort of donation. That's part of that. And thank you all of you who are over there and here in the membership area. It's your extra donations that enable me to continue to put free stuff into the world, and especially to maintain my free online library, which is a resource that's available for anyone that needs it. So thank you so much, beautiful souls. Thank you, Saggies. I look forward to seeing you again for some other readings really soon. Tons of love. Hello lovely Capricorns, welcome to your monthly reading. Birth of a creation, potential growth, and you have lead the way, light your own path. Okay, Capricorns. What stunning, stunning cards. What stunning energy. Let's draw some runes for you and see what else we are shown. What is happening for my beautiful Capricorns this month? Just 3 runes. Right. Okay, so we have Othilla. This is a rune of inheritance, separation, gain. We have the rune of signals. This is signs, signals, synchronicities, and you have the rune of Uras, strength. Right, the first thing I can say to you 100% is the universe has your back on something here. Okay, and it's something where you need to take an initiative, take the lead. It's going to lead to, well, it could be leading to something quite big, but let's find out more. The reason I say something quite big, my beautiful souls, is simply that we're in this period of accelerated growth. So a lot of openings are around for us. Now, on all these, on every level, so, you know, big openings, little openings, all of which create a pathway, a quantum leap into a very different dynamic, a very different way of living, very different way of being. Now, I just feel that you have like the spark of creation here with you, and the universe has your back. So in many ways, I sort of feel you could be leaving the shape of the life you've been living and moving to something quite significant. But I also want to say, what do you want? You know, lead the way, light your own path, decide what you want. What kind of future do you want for yourself? I almost want to say, go do a vision board, really explore this avenue. King of Pentacles. Okay. Two of Cups. This is about discovering what really matters to you. Actually, we have the card of the Lovers. Yeah, what really matters to you? What are your priorities? Five of Swords. Making a choice and a decision which really paves the way for what you want in the future. Knight of Cups and Temperance. You may be, for some of you, in a, not exactly a dilemma, but caught between the sort of the focus of your working world as opposed to what's the world you really want. What, you know, do you want love? Do you want family? What do you want your home life to look like? I feel there's almost like a choice to be made about the quality of your life. What matters to you? Does money matter, or does love matter? I mean, clearly, I think we all know that love matters, but it may be that work or money or finances have been assuming a greater priority, or the sort of practical, pragmatic areas of your life have assumed a priority over and above the matters of your heart. I see this as a moon month where that can change. You can choose almost like a different direction. It doesn't necessarily mean your physical circumstances change, but it's as such, but it's like choosing the quality of life that you want and the future that you want. I feel there could be some kind of choice literally sitting around some of you already. You have two number cards. I think you're the first sign to have two number cards fly out. You have, put this card back here, 1515, the big break. Wow. Innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. And then 2112, it's up to you. Someone watching over you, good fortune, unforeseen forces, direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favour and your dreams will come true soon. Okay, lovely Capricorns, that's a very powerful couple of cards. Excuse me. You move these along a little bit and let's draw some chakra cards for you. What else are we showing for my lovely Capricorns? And there are your two cards. Beautiful. You have release and impartiality. Okay. How interesting. Okay. Capricorn, I feel that you have an amazing opportunity in front of you. I actually think for some of you, the opportunity could in fact be love. Or it's a working opportunity, a big break, money, and it's kind of like it will affect how you move forwards in your relationships, your love life, your home life, your family as well. You're asked to view something with impartiality here. We've got temperance as well. So I think you're needing to try and navigate the choices that come from something like a big break and navigate them in a way that will align with what will really, really matter to you in the future. Okay, my beautiful souls, whatever this big break is, whatever this piece of luck is, keep going, take it, receive it, Have fun with it. Let go of any concerns or doubts that somehow, I do feel some of you are concerned about, it's like if you had a really big break, you inherit something, or, you know, something is gifted to you. How do you then navigate that? If this is a really big break, you know, who do you share it with? Who don't you share it with? Do you get paranoid and think, well, I don't want to share it with anyone in case, you know, they're trying to sort of, you know, misrepresent me or something? Where do you go with this? Lead the way, light your own path. What you're actually being given, beautiful souls, is an opportunity here. And the opportunity isn't just to fuel and fund perhaps the pathway that you thought you were on, your own stability. It's to fuel way bigger than that. It's to fuel the bigger pathway ahead. It's to fuel the shape of the future you want to build for yourself, consciously knowing what matters to you, and then thinking about how you invest your money, your energy, your time, whatever this is, so that you're prioritizing what you want. That's absolutely true, but prioritizing what you want underpinned by a core set of values that will make your heart sing. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's draw additional cards for my lovely Capricorns. May we have additional information for my lovely Capricorns. We have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I do feel there is the potential for a relationship. The lucky break could even be a relationship. Or you could be in a space where you might be thinking of taking a relationship further, making a commitment, moving in together. But if you're going to move in together, that could be an amazing lucky break. But on the other hand, you might be anxious about how this might pan out. I just feel there's some conflict around a decision here in relationship. I will, in the extended readings, do some additional cards around relationships. But let's look right now. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. Justice. Page of Swords. This is very, very interesting. I sort of almost feel this is a do you collaborate or do you work alone kind of moment, actually. We have the Two of Cups again. This is fascinating. Two of Cups showing up twice. The Lovers, Ace of Cups. I feel like there's a really big decision for you here, for many of you, about a connection in relationship. For some it could be love, but for others it could be a working alliance. It really is. Or you could be moving in with someone, sharing something, sharing resources. And I feel like there is a decision around where you go with this. Do you go it alone, or do you, is this a going it alone, or are you going to collaborate and join forces in whatever area of your life this applies? This seems to be the thing that's uppermost in your mind, or the biggest decision that's happening. The birth of creation, potential growth, lead the way, light your own path. I think it is possible. I mean, this is the guidance I'm seeing in your reading. I think it is very, very possible to move this forwards and collaborate, but also have clear boundaries. We've got the Page of Swords sitting on the Knight of Cups here. To be clear, the Justice card, making sure that you cross the T's, dot the I's, you pay attention to the details, that you make sure that you're very clear in your communication as to how this could move forwards. So if it's a business contract, really clear about crossing the T's, dotting the I's. On the other hand, really, really clear, if you are moving in together, how is that going to work? Not just letting things spill over. I think there's a way of doing this, a way of navigating this, so it really works for you. I'm curious about the release. It may just be about releasing fear and anxiety and recognizing that, you know, relationships can be balanced. Maybe you're doing well for yourself and you've met someone who's not on equal terms and you want to move in together. How will it work? And you're fearful of that. But light your own path, establish the boundaries, try and step away from this and try not to be too emotionally driven by this, because it is up to you. You have the choice ultimately, but your reading is asking you to really engage with the potential here from the perspective of what will matter to you in the longer term future. How do you want the longer term future to look? Let's draw some additional cards around the release here. Maybe have additional information. So Queen of Pentacles, yeah, I'm seeing concerns around self-care. There's anxiety around self-care, not sort of being taken for a ride in any way. And then you have the Sun. It is completely doable and completely possible to achieve exactly what you are after. I sort of almost want to say, beautiful Capricorns, I feel if you handle this well with openness, I think you can have your cake and eat it. There's an opportunity around you in whatever area of life this means, but there's some aspect of relationship to be negotiated within it. And this is your reading for this month, and it feels very, very exciting. Beautiful souls, there's so much potential here. Lovely Capricorns, I feel I'm going to move into the extended readings now. You're welcome to join me. I will be asking more about the potential of this situation. I will be looking and drawing cards for your working environment, for your home environment, and for your relationships. So we will see what shows up and whether we can get more information for you about this. But it does feel like a seriously golden opportunity, actually. So I think it's literally enabling you. It's like a turning point, a shift that creates a different shape for the future for you. So pretty magnificent. Beautiful souls, if you want to access the extended reading, all the extended readings for all the signs, they are available in the YouTube community area of the channel, and they're also available on Patreon. Patreon works on donations and YouTube works on a fixed payment. But thank you so much, all of you who are already connected with me. On Patreon, if you become a free member, you don't actually have access to anything. I notice we've got free members over there. I think possibly that's possibly something that either hasn't worked for people. I know a lot of people struggle with Patreon and couldn't get it to work for them, hence setting up the membership area on YouTube here. But beautiful souls, all of you who are, thank you so much. Your contributions really do help me to continue to put lots of free stuff in the world and support my free online library. And all of you, thank you for being here on YouTube. It is amazing to be connected with you, and I just want to say my heartfelt thank you to all of you. Tons of love, beautiful souls. Welcome, Aquarius, to your readings. Thank you so much for joining me today. So you have Between Worlds, New Directions, and your first two cards. I'm actually seeing this one. You have Kundalini Rising. Ignite your passion for life. Okay, Aquarius, my beautiful souls, what is rising, transforming in your world this month? We have the rune of Awaz. This is the rune of defense. We have the rune of harvest. Okay, I feel like something will come to fruition for you. May actually be something that you've been trying to get off the ground or get started. Something that takes you in a new direction. Absolutely. We've got the rune of flow. We've got the rune of movement. Awaz and Lagos. How interesting. I feel it is as if somehow it's like you could put your foot on or the universe puts its foot on the accelerator for you and you start to move forwards. Something is actually getting going, and it's something that you've already started investing in it. It doesn't feel like a brand new it may be taking you in a new direction, but it's not brand new to you. This is something that's already happening. It's in momentum, but it's going to gather momentum. It's going to gather speed. How exciting. Let's see what else we are shown for my lovely Aquariuses. What is gathering speed? What's picking up? What is moving forwards for my lovely Aquariuses? May we get information and guidance. 5 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. How interesting. Okay. Look at all these hands reaching for something. I think people are wanting your time or wanting something from you. Let's draw more cards. What else have we shown here? I see these two. We have the White Newman, the 6 of Cups. And we have the Magician. Okay. And to draw a number card for you as well. 1221. Taking initiative, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, high vibes. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forwards. You might also be getting some good news soon. Yeah, this feels like a turnaround, or something is building, it's gathering momentum in order to create a turnaround, in order to find its turning point, to shift, to move forwards. There's something that's been holding you back. Yeah, something's held you back, something that was disappointing or left you feeling kind of a bit out in the cold. You're being asked not to hold on to something, that's for sure. You may need to let go of something. Let's get more cards for you. The letting go, it may be like, don't hold on to a grudge, don't hold on to the past. If there's something in a relationship, for example, where you've, something wasn't okay, you were hurt or wounded, or there was a disagreement or a falling out, don't hold on to it. This can now move forwards. Don't look back, look forwards. There's a need to be quite clear about something here. I feel that you can, maybe that something also, conflict comes to an end. You recognize it's in the past. You need to leave it behind you. And now, new worlds, new directions. Your energy is coming back. Your vitality is coming back. Take the initiative, move forwards, start afresh. Let's get more guidance for you. I'm definitely seeing a new beginning here. Impatience. Okay, right. You want this to move forwards. You've wanted this to happen. For some of you, there's something that you've been investing in. And to be quite honest, you've begun to feel it was a complete flop because it just wasn't happening. And actually, I do think it is. It's now going to start to get going. It's just the timing wasn't right. Yeah, for some of you, there's something you've already started and you really thought it was going to go well. You thought a lot of people would want it, but it just kind of didn't. I don't know, something was clinging. It just didn't quite get off the ground. Now is the time to take the initiative and move it forwards. Maybe your own impatience got in the way a little bit. Sometimes we can be so enthusiastic and so patient, but actually the timing isn't right. I feel there's an opening for you, an absolute opening to move something ahead. Now, whether you are, I'm not seeing necessarily something being let go of, interestingly enough, although it is possible that for some of you, you are laying something to rest with the Six of Cups. But for most of you, I'm seeing something that possibly you'd already started and somehow it just kind of got a bit clogged up in its beginning. There was conflict, difficulty around it in its beginning. Don't hold on to the conflict. This is time to really seize the moment, because I think and take the initiative. The energy is right to now move it forwards. It honestly was just that the timing wasn't right. Okay, and for those of you that are laying something to rest, the timing is now right to take a new initiative, to go after the thing that you actually wanted. It was frustrating for you. I do see that. It was really frustrating that something just wasn't panning out. It didn't happen as you really wanted it to, or as you felt it would. It just didn't get off the ground, basically, but it can now do so. So overcome any fears of repeating patterns. I'm hearing very strongly here. Don't let any, overcome any of the fears and anxieties around something repeating or the past repeating again. This is a time to actually seize the moment. Take the initiative, work with where you are, work with what you have, and move it forwards, because it's actually going to get off the ground this time round. Let's draw more cards for my lovely Aquariuses. We have the Five of Swords. Yeah, absolutely. Time to move something forwards. You can take the initiative now. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Empress. It may be as well with taking the initiative. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups. That where I was going, but I just literally, as this card was coming through for us, was it may be that whatever you tried before, maybe you teamed up with the wrong people, or you teamed up and the people weren't 100% behind you, or they weren't pulling their weight. The idea itself was amazing, you know, it was brilliant. The initiative, the whatever it was that you were starting, the thing that you actually wanted to achieve was great. It's really perfect. It's potentially bringing you, you know, just what you would like. I think maybe some of you teamed up with some people that weren't ideal, or they weren't as committed as you were. And that was part of the disappointment. But actually, I'm seeing you move forwards now. It's almost like seizing the initiative and overcoming your sort of fear of this not getting off the ground again. I think it was to do with other people, actually. That's why it didn't get off the ground. We have the Moon. Yeah, there are some, I can see there are some concerns here, but you can learn from that experience. I think it's possibly something that will involve others. And so you are needing to sort of overcome your fears that this could happen again. We're seeing that. But remember, you know, we can learn from the experience. There's always learning to be gained. And look at this. We have the Four of Wands. This is a commitment. It's a celebration. This is absolutely the right time to launch something. If you tried to launch a product, for example, and it just didn't get off the ground as you thought it would, now is the time to launch it, because it will. Now is the time when it can come to fruition, it can get going, it can really, really happen. This is fabulous. This is a really, really fabulous energy around you this moon month, my lovely Aquariuses. So beautiful souls, I think this is a good month for you to kind of let bygones be bygones, recognize that something wasn't quite right, or some people weren't quite right. Show the initiative, take the initiative, and start to move it forwards. Let go of any fears of repeating patterns, because we're seeing celebration, we're seeing abundance. My beautiful Aquariuses, this is your reading. I am going to move on into the extendeds. Now, in the extendeds, I'm going to ask about work, I'm going to ask about home, I'm going to ask about relationships. I'll ask a little more about how this can move forwards, taking the initiative, what you can do to assist this in evolving, moving ahead. So beautiful souls, you are welcome to ask, you're welcome to join me for the extended readings if you wish to. You can access them in two ways, either here on YouTube in the membership area, or on Patreon, which is also a membership site. I think the difference basically is a lot of people find YouTube easier to navigate. Patreon, you can donate as little or as much as you want. With YouTube, it has to have a fixed amount, but you access the same material. And if you're on Patreon, I know some of you are free members. I know some people really found it difficult to navigate, to contribute. The free membership doesn't give you the access to the material, so there needs to be, it does work on donations. But beautiful souls, you know, you're welcome to join me or not. Aquariuses, have an amazing moon month, because this is really perfect timing to actually get this restarted, to jumpstart it again. Beautiful souls, tons of love, and I look forward to seeing you for some other readings, if not in the extendeds, here on YouTube. Tons of love. Hello, my wonderful Pisces. Welcome to your moon month readings. What's happening for you this month? We have meditation and spiritual evolution. Okay, improvements require persistence. Set your heart free. Okay, I'm seeing you really taking a bit of a leap, if I'm honest here, Pisces. A bit of a spiritual leap, a bit of an evolutionary leap. Okay, we have the rune of journey showing up first, Rado. We have the rune of joy. Follow what makes your heart sing, beautiful souls. We have Hagalas, the rune of disruption. We have Sewello, the rune of wholeness. We have the rune of flow, Lagos, and we have Perth, the rune of initiation. So this month is kind of serving as almost like a kind of a rite of passage. I'm almost seeing it a bit like a birthing tunnel, sort of where you're doing something, you're just beginning to get something established. And I think it's something that can genuinely make your soul sing. There's something you're investing in that it is at its early stages, but you kind of know. It's like, it could literally be for some of you, you just know in your heart of hearts it's your calling. Or certainly for the next chapter of your life, it's resonating with you. It's making your soul sing. You just know you want to do this. But tweaking and adjustments are going to be required. Now, it doesn't feel like there's any course correcting. When I say tweaking, I just feel that circumstances will show up around you that are resonating with the pathway you're on or not, or you'll do something and the way you're doing it will resonate with where you're headed, or it won't. And it's kind of going to be assisting you in finding your flow, finding your rhythm, literally. Let's ask for more information for my lovely Pisces. What is this about for my lovely Pisces? We have the moon, beautiful. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah, I feel this is part of your career pathway. It feels more like a career pathway than other areas of your world, if I'm honest. It looks more work focused, but it could be a vocation. Because it feels like you're finding your calling. You're working out where you feel like you're sitting pretty here. You know that you're on track. It's just a question of almost like finalizing the details. It would be like if you bought a building plot and you were going to build your dream home. You know it's your dream home. You have the vision. You are absolutely certain, unquestionably, that this is the place you're meant to be. But you've kind of got to start getting the design right, really. You've got to get the structure of the design right. You've got to get the infrastructure around you right in order for the house to then be built. So there's a process to go through this month where things are being established in that way. What else do we have for my Pisces? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, just work through this, really, is what I want to say. We have the Knight of Swords. I sort of feel this is just going to take on the flow that you need it to. It's going to take on the life that you want it to. It's like you're breathing life into something and it's finding its shape and its form. Hagalaz, I always feel, offers us the opportunity to restructure. If one structure isn't working, another will. We have Five of Pentacles. That's interesting sitting here. I want to get some clarification around the Five of Pentacles. What is this card showing us? Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords. So you will be letting go of, I mean, it might be that you're letting go of the shape that you thought it would be. It takes a different form. So improvements require persistence. So you start something and it doesn't entirely work. So you need to then fine tune it. But you see, I see the overall direction as being really perfect. The overall solution. But it's literally, it's almost like finalizing the details. Let's draw more cards for you, my lovely Pisces. Maybe we draw a number card for my Pisces. 9999, lessons learned. Culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. So appropriate. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it and the reward goes to you. So this is amazing. This is exactly that. This is, you are getting the rewards that you want. You're getting something you deserve. You're getting something that you've worked for. It's now a question of consolidating it and finalizing the details and establishing it. So there will be some things that within this moon month that you're processing in this sort of, it's almost like getting the winning formula. I'm sort of almost imagining you being a scientist and trying out and testing. You've got a solution and you know the solution works, but it's like getting it completely right, getting the quantities right, or making a cake and you know it's the most amazing, unique cake ever, but you've got to get the ingredients just right, sort of tweak the spices a little bit, tweak the ingredients. This is what we're going to be seeing, I think, for you Pisces, a lot of adjusting and tweaking things. But this is the path you're meant to be on, and ultimately what is unfolding is completely right for you. The timing is really impeccable. Okay, we have more chakra cards. We have acceptance and soulmate. Okay. Now, the soulmate card could have a reference point. It's possible to, you know, to a soulmate connection, as in a new relationship, or the fact that you're consolidating a relationship with someone who is your soulmate. But I feel with the acceptance, it's sort of recognizing that you're good enough. There's a lot of, you know, you are good enough. The solution you're looking for is good enough. You don't have to keep, you have to persevere, and you need to always be improving, because we can all improve every single day in everything we do. But it's not giving yourself a hard time. I feel you'll get some support from somebody as well here, who is really, really going to help you to see things and to see how amazing you are. If any of you have been struggling with any form of depression or anxiety or worry about something, I think we're going to see this lifted, and you're really going to see kind of actually quite how amazing you are, actually. There's something about your value that's being really honoured here. Let's get some more cards for my lovely Pisces. But you're on track, just adjustments that need to be made. May we ask for additional guidance for this month for my lovely Pisces. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, with the 5 of Cups sitting on the Queen of Pentacles, I feel this is about letting go of any self-doubt that you can't do this, or that the result you want won't come. This really is letting go of any self-doubt. Everything you need to know with the moon will be illuminated for you. So all the little pieces of information, the ingredients you need to kind of bake the ultimate cake, metaphorically, will be shown to you. Knight of Swords on the Hanged Man. How interesting. I just feel that things are actually going to move forwards. Each time you make a decision, each time you see something with clarity, you can see whether it's working for you or not working for you, or that this fits into the bigger picture or it doesn't. Every time you identify that with clarity, you'll feel like a surge of energy move this forwards. With the Devil, again, I think we are talking about a card. I mean, ultimately, this is a card of liberation. There's some freedom acquired. Maybe in your working world as well, there is some freedom that comes to you. Again, something is restructured, reorientated, so that it works better for you. There is a sense of freedom. Set your heart free, spiritual evolution. You're on the right pathway here. We have the card of Justice, and we have the 5 of Swords. I think with the card of Justice, you are going to be able to make some really, really clear-cut decisions this month as you navigate through persevering. It really is a process, an initiation almost, to get from A to B, and B is the ideal sort of, like having the ideal energy or the ideal structure around you that is absolutely the best that can be acquired at the moment, really the best for you. And remove any self-doubt, meditate if you have a wobble. There are some things you're going to have to accept, but you can work out what to do around them. I think assistance will be given, and you will make some very clear-cut choices along the way, which will then shape the direction you're heading in, or the shape of what you're building, where you're going from here. And rightly so. I think there will be some rather than you feeling disappointed, I almost feel like there might be some other people who are disappointed in the choices you make, but the choices you make are the ones that are right for you. This is a month of setting your heart free, of letting go of the things that have been bothering you, getting you down, weighing you down, restructuring so that nothing is overloading for you. I think the energy is fabulous for you, Pisces. I really, really do. I think you'll get the help you need. I do see freedom being brought to you, decisions and choices that give you a greater sense of freedom, a greater sense, whether you're working and you formulate the perfect solution and that brings you in the money that gives you financial freedom, or whether you are choosing not to hang out with either people or circumstances that don't work with you or won't fit with the structure you're building, in which case, you know, you will be free from, you know, things that are not really appropriate for you anymore. I am seeing this lovely, lovely movement to freedom. This is gorgeous. Wonderful. Lessons learned, culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and then continue to drive towards your goals. Couldn't say it better. Pisces, this is your reading. I'm going to move on into the extendeds. In the extended readings, for those of you, if you're interested, I will look in more detail. I will be looking at your working world, your home world, your relationships as well, seeing how this kind of energy applies. I'm also just going to be checking out what is this shift. It feels like it's quite a quantum leap to freedom, basically, and what this is showing us. We'll see if we can get some more information around that, as well as looking at the definite areas in your world. So my beautiful Pisces, you're very welcome to join me. You can access these extended readings through either the membership area here on YouTube or through the Patreon membership area. Both the links are in the description box below. And Patreon works on the basis of donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish, and YouTube has a fixed kind of monthly fee that they charge. But either way, you can access the same videos over there. So beautiful souls, have an amazing month, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support and for liking, sharing and subscribing. I am really, really humbled, and I do read your comments. You guys are amazing. You're very inspirational. So you know, we are all moving through such quantum leaps of accelerated growth, and really I'm seeing you moving in leaps and bounds, my beautiful souls. Tons of love, Pisces. I will look forward to seeing you some other readings really soon, either in the extendeds or in some other readings here on YouTube. Tons of love. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for joining me for these all zodiac sign readings and for the moon energy update. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Do let me know in the comments. It's always wonderful to hear from you. I do read all your comments and really take on board what you have to say, including your requests for readings. So thank you so much. Thank you just for being here. The fact that you're tuning into a video like this means that you are walking that incredible path of the spiritual warrior. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing, just for being here. All of you who give back through the super thanks, all of you who are tuned into the extended readings over on either on Patreon or here on YouTube in the membership area. All of your extra donations really do help me to continue to put free stuff into the world. In fact, all of your support, just being here, checking in on my readings, checking in on these kind of extra videos, or just everything that you do is helping me to put free stuff into the world. And your extra donations actually help me to maintain my free online library. If you're new to me, I worked in my mainstream career as a counsellor and psychotherapist, and I have a massive free online library. It's a resource all about emotions and psychology and all kinds of stuff. It's a totally free site. It's available for anyone who needs to use it, and your additional donations actually maintain that library and help me to keep it free for anyone who needs to use it. So you help many people. So thank you so much on behalf of those people and on behalf of me. Tons of love, beautiful souls, and I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really soon. Have an amazing moon month.